Just remember for you guys to mute your phone when we're on the air. Fort Campbell roster going. Here's one I got. I asked him to get some and he got anything. So I've got you Marshall too. 14 is 15 tonight for us. 14. They want to know who 15 was, right? I don't even have 14 on there. Yeah, so who knows? I mean, there's a number 5 out there catching passes. Oh, that's Tyler. Okay. Yeah, okay, Billy, it looks like you went ahead and put the video on. All right, let me check the audio real quick. Test 1 2, test 1 2, test. Donnie.
Test. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. Test.
Hey, Billy. Okay, it's 45 seconds. Thereabouts. Check 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. All right, this on-off light on my mic is blinking. Donnie, talk to me.
Talk. 1 1 1 2 3. Test. Check.
My mic's feeding to channel 2, not channel 1. There's another problem. Let me switch over to a different light input. Test 1 2. You probably hear me now. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right, I'm testing mine. There's something wrong with mic input 1 on here too. Okay. Okay, so you guys.
We get ready for this one as good evening again. Let's try this again. We're having some technical problems with our audio and trying to get that worked out. Tom Rogers here, Donnie Caver alongside as we get ready for tonight's matchup, season opener between the Fort Campbell Falcons and the Marshall County Marshals. Let's try this again. My 7th season.
My 35th.
My 7th season in the play-by-play chair, and Donnie's 30 how many?
35.
35th season in the
stat chair.
And the stat chair. The Fort Campbell Falcons wearing some new helmets this year and a new quarterback. Josh Robbins is here for his 2nd season at the helm of the Fort Campbell Falcon team, and hopefully these guys can stay a little healthier than they did last year because, Donnie, by the time we got to the end of the season against Madisonville, they were beat up.
Well, right now, going into the scrimmage last Friday that we had against Crittenden, we had 45 players. Last year, close to 30 is all we had. So the numbers grew a little bit and a little bit more experience for the Falcons this year. One
young man who will be under a big spotlight tonight in his first night out at the helm, not unfamiliar to Fort Campbell because Matt Middleton was a, elementary school student, I think he said, when Fort Campbell won the 3 state championships in a row. His family transferred out. His family now has transferred back. Matt did really well at a camp this summer representing himself in that camp, and he came out with the top quarterback award at that camp. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays his first time out in the Fort Campbell Blue and White. He played very well last year up east.
Yeah, and the first pass he threw last Friday night was a 75-yard touchdown.
We'll take that tonight, too.
Yes.
It's the Fort Campbell Falcons and the Marshall County Marshals. Tom Rogers, Donnie Caver here alongside. Again, we apologize for some technical issues getting us started. We'll tell you the pregame show is brought to you by the U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion. To learn more about careers in the U.S. Army, visit GoArmy.com. The U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion. And again, we will come back with more as we get ready to get closer to kickoff time on this one. It will be the Fort Campbell Falcons and the Marshall County Marshals from Draftonville. And we will come back after this 2-minute timeout.
Okay, guys, I'm always going to tell you the length of my break, so I'll figure... Yeah, I know. I've had it turned down. We're in the break now. All right. I'll always tell the time of the break, so to play that many spots and a bump. Yep. Okay, so I will always tell Josh, I will always tell him the length of the break. Yeah, let's do. I don't know of any way we can get the commercials on the feed and make this smooth tonight.
Back at Marshall County High School. Good evening again, everyone. Tom Rogers, Donnie Caver here alongside as we get ready to kick off the season for the Fort Campbell Falcons taking on the Marshall County Marshals. And let's tell you our game time weather tonight. It is warm. It is toasty. I have been here when it's warmer, but we will start this one off in the mid-80s, probably halftime about 80, and into the game about 75 or so. does not look like we have much rain threat in the immediate vicinity for the time being, so it looks like it'll be a fairly nice game, and we can probably at this point avoid any delays due to heat issues.
Yeah, and thank goodness we're not starting like some of the other games around the area at 5 o'clock, at 5:30. There's already some games already at halftime or even past halftime, so 7 o'clock start is good for tonight.
Some of the games going on around the area tonight, a couple of them are already underway. Caldwell County and Christian County are going on. That is the first game of the Jerry Claiborne Bowl tonight at Hopkinsville. Trigg County is back in the Scotty Bowl again this year, and they are taking on Monroe County in Glasgow. We will be in Glasgow 2 weeks from tonight, but we will actually be taking on the Scotties that night. Some of the other games going on tonight, Russellville is actually at Glasgow tonight, taking on the Scotties. That will be an interesting matchup to watch. Todd County Central made the long trip to Harned, Kentucky. They are taking on Breckenridge County. Hopkinsville with a big matchup tonight. They are hosting South Warren. I saw Hopkinsville during the 7-on-7s this summer, and they looked really sharp. So it'll be interesting to see how Hoptown and South Warren plays out. Butler County is taking on Logan County tonight. You have to figure the Cougars still stinging from the way their season ended against Hopkinsville in the playoffs. We'll try to take out a little bit of frustration on Butler County. Hopkins Central at Webster County. That's usually been the one of us is going to get a win game, but we'll see how that plays out tonight and over the course of the season. And Madisonville tonight is at Owensboro. So some of the other games going on across the area as the high school football season getting underway. It's hard to believe it's that time, but here we go once again. Donnie, we talked about it a little bit in the opening segment. This team last year for Fort Campbell got beat up, banged up, and they were just trying to get through the season. By the time we were playing the end of the year, we really didn't have a quarterback. We'd had two guys that were quarterback one and quarterback two gone, and we literally took a running back and put him at quarterback.
And we only had 22 players dress out for that final game against Madisonville. And we just, like you said, we were beat up really bad. And this year, they were able to get in the weight room. He only had 20 players about 3 months ago. Got it up to 45 now, and anxious to see what's going to happen tonight.
One of the challenges will be to keep Matt Middleton on his feet. I watched Matt some on the 7-on-7 over at McCracken County. He looks like he's really good with his timing, really good on his releases. They have to keep people off of him. They got to find a way to keep him upright so he can do the things which he's shown that he can do when he's passing the ball. Now the question for Fort Campbell is, who's going to be the running back that takes the ground game and leads it? And that is a question because you look down at the roster and really the guys that have played running back in the past aren't here.
Yeah, and you're going to see the passing game, a lot of dink and dunks is what I call it, little 5-yard passes, little quick passes to the tight end. They had those open all night long last week, and I'm sure Marshall County has noticed that in the filming, and I'm anxious to see what we do throwing the ball a little further down the field tonight.
I'm sure Marshall County remembers the game last year. The Falcons actually picked up the win in the season opener on post. Now, Marshall County will break out a big quarterback, 6'5", 210, Tyler Stokes. And yet we hear rumblings that they are going to want to run the ball more, even though they have a big quarterback out there under center. It's one of those things, you look at the Marshall County program, they're a 6A school, and you figure at some point they have to get back to a better competitive level than they've been for the last several years, and they're hoping that this is the year for them.
Yeah, and when I drove in here, great tailgate party going on. They got a great crowd out here. Really anxious to get the season going. Fort Campbell fans making their way into the stadium now. They're across the way. Not a lot here right now, but I'm sure they'll be here shortly.
Falcons and the Marshals, last year's contest. Let me pull up the record here. It was a game really that Fort Campbell, you felt like they had controlled it most of the night. The final score last year was Fort Campbell winning at 18-12, but it felt bigger than that.
Yeah, that was a game where there was no extra points.
Yeah.
No extra points made at all. Really weird.
Marshall County ended up last year 4-6. They did not make the playoffs. After losing their opening 2 games to Fort Campbell and to Madisonville, they ripped off wins against Ballard Memorial, Callaway County, and Murray, but then lost their 4 in a row in district: Christian County, Grays County, Owensboro, Apollo. And then they did pick up a win in their season finale, defeating Spencer County. So the Marshals last year went 4-6. They are looking to improve on that this season. Again, one of the things we deal with a lot early in the season is heat. Tonight it will be warm, but it will not be we're watching the heat index, and this could stop 4 or 5 times in the first half. So do not likely figure that will be the case, but it will be warm. And, of course, it is the first game conditions type thing. Really, they've played scrimmages, but this is the first time they've really played game situation in the warm temperatures. And we'll see if it affects either team. Marshall County, of course, deeper numbers being the bigger school. And they have some guys pretty hefty up front. Marshall County, some of their line guys will go off at 282, 294, 263, 270, 279. That is one thing you will not see on the Fort Campbell roster is those kind of big guys. Now, what the Falcons have been known to do is out-quick people on the ball. And one of the guys last year that just showed the great example of that ended up, Michael Averhart last year, not very big, but he had games where he wore quarterbacks out just because they could not block him off the end because of his speed. That's the kind of thing the Falcons are going to have is to take advantage of their speed and quickness, because right now they don't have the size to match up. I know Josh is trying to rebuild things, try to get the conditioning back up, the strength back up, get the numbers back up, and he's got them up a little bit this year in year 2. They're going to be young this year too. He's got some pretty big numbers in the younger classes, but trying to get this thing steady a little bit is part of his challenge, and it'll be interesting to see how they come out and play tonight and how much confidence there is, even though there's not a lot of the same kids coming back from last year's team. The fact that they won this game last year has to help them coming into it thinking, hey, we won it last year against these guys. Maybe we can do it again. So we'll have to see how that plays out over the course of the next couple of hours.
Right, and a lot of the kids weren't here for that 2-8 season, so they don't know what happened last year. It's a new thing for them.
We are moving towards kickoff time of this one, about 23 and a half minutes away. This is the pregame show again tonight for Falcon football, brought to you by the U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion. To learn more about careers in the U.S. Army, visit www.goarmy.com. We'll continue on with pregame activities. Let's take this 3-minute break. We'll be back right after this. Falcon football on WHVO 96.5 and WHVOradio.com. Back at Marshall County High School, Draftonville, as we get ready to open the season tonight for the Fort Campbell Falcons, taking on the Marshall County Marshals. Tom Rogers, Donnie Caver here. This is our 7th year together already.
Time flies when you're having fun.
You and I both a little grayer than we used to be, too.
I'm a lot grayer.
Let's see what we got going here. Whoops, getting a little audio issue, and we'll try to get this all straightened out here. We're still fighting a few bugs in the season opener, as you would expect. For the Falcons, you look ahead at the season, Donnie. Again, the schedule, not like it was 3 years ago where it was just brutal early. They got a chance to be competitive early. The game tonight, we host Russellville at Post next week at Glasgow. Week 4 is going to be Murray
at
on
home,
Post.
and then go to Fort Knox.
And then go to Fort Knox for the Army Bowl. And
Trigg County after that.
Trigg,
at home.
Union,
And then the bye week.
Tillman.
Yep.
So all the district games coming, and you close it out with Madisonville. We'll note, do want to mention this, this is the final season, at least for 4 years, for Fort Campbell to be in Class 3A. Next year, these Falcons will shift back down to 2A, along with
the brutal 2A.
Yeah,
yes.
the brutal 2A. It's like getting away from it in 3A. No, Caldwell goes with us, and we go down and join Mayfield and
Murray and Ballard Memorial. Yep.
Memorial. So, and I understand there's a. I don't know if the trip to Eminence is next year or the year after, but we've added a game with Eminence High School to fill a hole. I was telling Josh, I said, let's not make Fort Knox and Eminence in the same year.
Oh my goodness.
But the schedule will be a little bit different next year as Madisonville comes off, and just no Marshall County next year. So it will be a little bit different schedule, and of course the Falcons will be in 2A with the reclassification. Of course, one of the schools playing this year, Fulton City, will not be playing for district title for the next 4 years. They have decided to go non-competitive, and they will not be competing in their district for a title next year, but that's down the road. We've got to get through this season, the 2018 season, and we'll see how this all plays out. Do want to thank some of our big-time sponsors this year of Falcon football. Those include the U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion, Hopkinsville Community College, Dr. Pepper. I have me a nice icy. You've got a Dr. Pepper. I've got a Diet Dr. Pepper. They do 7-Up Diet, 7-Up Ski, New Grape, and they do Mike Sells potato chips, too. And I think I have those at the commissary on Post.
Really?
Yeah, that's the understanding I got. But a big thanks to Dr. Pepper for joining us this year, and I think we may have beverages throughout the year, so I am good with that. Fort Campbell Falcons and the Marshall County Marshals. Of course, this is the first trip for you and me here since the tragedy back during last year and during the school year at Marshall County High School. And it's just a different feeling when you come to this place after that. I remember going to Heath the first time after what happened there. It was just a little different. And now coming here for the first time, it's a little different. They're doing a lot of construction up here, though, too. It took me, I almost couldn't figure out how to get around the school when I got here tonight with all the construction.
Yeah, I had to do a U-turn myself. I went down the wrong way. And
it's like I started down that way, right down the middle. I'm like, oh, nope, that's blocked. Got to back up here. So, but we shall see. By the way, recaps, pictures, photos, much, much more of the action tonight from across the area will be found, of course, later tonight and tomorrow throughout the day at yoursportsedge.com. Just thought I'd mention that now. Get that out of the way. Fort Campbell Falcons and Marshall County Marshals both off getting their final instructions. Let's get another break in here in the pregame show brought to you by the U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion. Falcon Football Oldies 96.5 WHVO worldwide, WHVOradio.com. Back after this 3-minute timeout. back in Marshall County High School as we have had the playing of the national anthem, and we get closer to kickoff time on this one as we get ready to start it. Donnie, what do you want to see out of Fort Campbell Falcons tonight?
Well, I want to see us possess the ball for a length of time. Keep the ball. Don't go 3 and outs early. I don't know. We're going to have some nerves, first game of the year and all, but I'd like for him to hit first few passes down the field, get some first downs, and just get the ball moving.
All right, we're going to wrap up the pregame show. Again, tonight's pregame show brought to you by the U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion. To learn more about careers in the U.S. Army, visit www.goarmy.com. It's Fort Campbell Falcon football as we get ready to open the season at Marshall County. Game time coverage is coming up after this. Falcon Football Oldies, 96.5 WHBO and worldwide, WHBOradio.com. Back at Marshall County as we get ready for the toss of the coin in this one. It will be the Fort Campbell Falcons against the Marshall County Marshals. Fort Campbell captains are out there, and we'll tell you the captains are Michael Averhart, Jesus Avila, junior quarterback Matthew Middleton, and sophomore running back linebacker Ethan Tomerlin. The Falcons in white jerseys, blue numerals, and blue pants. The new helmets with the strutting bird back on them.
Yeah, I like that strutting bird. I don't ever remember us having that big strutting bird, but that's the old Falcon logo. He's got his chest puffed out there and ready to go.
And over the next couple of weeks, we'll talk about a special event coming up, by the way, September 21st. A really neat thing going to happen prior to the game on Post on September 21st. We'll talk more about that over the next couple of weeks, but it's really neat, and they invited you and me to go to dinner.
Oh, wow.
Hey, so I'm like, somebody invites me to dinner? Sure. Our buddy out in Oklahoma invited us to dinner. Sam Green said, hey, you and Donnie come have dinner with us. I'm like, works for me. Falcons headed to the sideline. Captains from Marshall County going out there. One of those is quarterback number 1, and that is the big man Tyler Stokes. Also out there, number 73 for the Falcons, Blake Strader. Number 71, Chet Kretzinger. And number 50, which would be Blake Myhand. And the Marshals wearing the orange jerseys with white numerals, white pants. Good news is those white numbers have borders. They're easy to see from up here for a change.
And the sun's in our eyes. So.
Yeah, we are looking. That's the one thing. This press box facing due west,
it is tough.
It gets hot. And I'll say this, no air conditioning here. You go to the soccer press box, it has AC. So, and actually they had ripped out the countertop in here. They had to bring a table up for us. So, coin has been tossed. Let's see. Looks like they're talking to Marshall County. We get ready to get this one started here in a couple of minutes. The season will get ready to get underway. Falcons are backing up to our left. Marshall County wants the ball to begin the ball game tonight. So they won the toss, get the ball to open the ball game. Falcons will play defense first as we get ready to get this one started. So when we come back, it will be kickoff time to the 2018 season. The Fort Campbell Falcons taking on the Marshall County Marshals. We've got game action coming up. We'll be back right after this 2-minute break on Falcon Football on WHVO 96.5 and WHVOradio.com. And we're ready to get the high school football season underway for the Fort Campbell Falcons here at Marshall County tonight. Johnny Paniagua Solis will kick off. Of course, Johnny did a lot of the kicking duties last season. They ran off the last couple of minutes of the clock, and we are ready to get this one underway as the Fort Campbell Falcons will take on the Marshall County Marshals. Deep backs for Marshall County, one of them number 7, that is Austin Riley. And looks like Ty Buckemeyer, number 8 on the far side. Paniagua has it teed up, and the season is about to get up and rolling here from Draftonville. Paniagua on his way to the ball, kicks it down the field high, not particularly deep. And it will be taken at the 5-yard line. They fake it. They run together in the middle now. Trying to get to the outside is Austin. Austin gets to the 15, 20, 25, and runs into a host of Fort Campbell Falcons on the far side. Gets to about the 29. I don't know if they were meaning to bump together to try to deceive, but
I think they were going to do a fake reverse, but instead they bumped into each other, and it kind of worked out for them. They got it all the way up to around the 29-yard line.
So it will be 1st and 10 for Marshall County. They'll start 29-yard line. Quarterback number 1, Tyler Stokes, 6'5", 210-pound junior for the Marshals. It'll be a wing tee look. Wings on both sides, single back. Wing goes in motion to the right side. Quarterback keeps it, pitches late and last minute, running back on the outside. Wrapped up after about a yard gain. Tackle for the Falcons made there by, looked like number 10. That would be Edwin Seister. So a short gain for the Marshals on the first play of the game. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Good job by Seister to stay with that play as Marshall County going with wing T.
Yeah, that was kind of a slow developing little option play, but a great job by Seister on the tackle.
One man wide to the left. They'll stay with a wing T look. Stokes brings him up. Wing goes in motion. They leave it with the belly man this time, and he got a couple, that's all. Right up the middle, nothing fancy. And actually, they're going to spot him out near the 34, so it'll be 3rd down and 5, so he managed to pick up about 4 more there on the carry. Right up the middle, the dive play out of the wing T set. So a big play for the Falcon defense early, try to get off the field after a 3 and out. Third down 5, wing T, one man wide to the right. Stokes under center. Wing goes in motion to the right side. They come left. Falcons have it red and wrap him up for a loss of a half a yard. Falcon defense doing a good job in on the tackle. Number 6 for the Falcons, Jordan Edwards. And also 58 in on the top. That's Shakari Smith. Nope. And the Falcons get a 3 and out, their first possession of the year.
Good job by the Falcon defense. No gain on that play, and the punt unit is out for the Marshals.
Back deep for the Falcons. Let's see, number 2. And I'm trying to pick up who that might be because I don't have that one.
That's Elijah Crockett.
Elijah Crockett. Yep, there it is. And number 7, DeAndre Spence back there. Snap is low. Punter gets a short punt out of the way. Falcons just need to get out of the way of it, and they run into it. And Marshall's going to get it. The ball bounced off the leg of the Fort Campbell blocker. And so the Falcon defense, after it does its job, special teams breakdown.
It touched the back of our Falcon player's leg at the 42 of Fort Campbell, and it just died there. And Marshall fell on it.
So the Marshals get the first break of the game.
So that was a 24-yard punt.
And that happens a lot on a bad punt because guys blocking, and somebody's got to tell him. Wide outs each way. Wing T set, wing in motion. And they're looking to pass, looking down the right-hand side, and it is incomplete. Pretty good coverage by the Falcons out there that time. Coverage by Elijah Jones. And it'll be 2nd and 10. So Marshall County goes up top for the first time and gets an incomplete pass.
Yeah, good touch on that ball. Just kind of overthrew the receiver, and Falcons saw it coming, and no chance on a completion.
So it will be Second down. And 10 at the Falcon, what'd you call it, 42 or 43?
42, yeah.
Wing T set, wing from the right side in motion to the left, pitch to the left-hand side. Good blocking out front, 40, 35, 30, and he may go down the sideline, touchdown. And that was number 2, Tyler Stevenson. So the Marshals take advantage of the mistake by the Falcons and put points on the board with 9:23 to go in the first quarter. Kick up, on its way, and it is good. 9:23 to go in the first quarter. Marshall County takes the early 7-0 lead. Falcon football, WHBO 96.5, WHBOradio.com. Back with more after this 30-second timeout. Back at Marshall County, Donnie, the Falcon defense got the start it wanted, and then a special teams mistake came back to bite them.
Yeah, starting with a 3-and-out was a great job by the Falcon defense, but an unfortunate break where the punt hit the ground, hit the backside of a Falcon player's leg, made it a fumble. Marshall County recovers it on the 42 of Fort Campbell and ends up getting the long touchdown run, and Marshall County now leads 7-0.
Back deep for the Falcons will be number 7. That's DeAndre Spence. Number 2, Elijah Crockett. Crockett with pretty good speed. Both are standing back at about the 10-yard line. Marshall County kick on its way down the field, high, not particularly deep. Spence will take it on the far side at about the 13-yard line. He comes up to the 20, cuts to the outside, 25, 30, leans forward, got to about the 35-yard line. And that's where the Falcons will start with pretty decent field position. And for the first time officially, we'll see Matthew Middleton at quarterback for the Fort Campbell Falcons.
Looks like they're going to spot the ball around the 35-yard line, so a good return, 22-yard return on the kickoff.
Middleton will go out of the shotgun. Everybody in tight. Man in motion. The junior quarterback waits for his first snap. Back, takes it, hands off, trying to come to the outside, and breaks a tackle, but loses a yard anyway. Handoff was to number 7, Spence. DeAndre Spence will lose a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, just couldn't get that play going there, and a lot of pursuit by the Marshall County defensive line. And
pretty good penetration, but 73 that time for the Marshals. Blake Strader, who got a hand on Spence. Trips to the right. Man in motion going back to the left-hand side. Middleton waits for the snap. Snap back, looking to throw. Throws it quickly out there. Got his man at the 37. Fights to the 39-yard line. Gain of about 5. That'll make it 3rd and 6. Middleton did a good job there. Just got it and got it out. Pass was caught by number 6, Jordan Edwards. So now it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Falcons. Middleton waits for the snap, trips to the right, takes it, looks to pass, got his man out there. Did he short hop him? Incomplete. Had him open just a hair, and Middleton didn't quite get the ball out there. Pass was intended for number 10, Edwin Seister.
Yeah, if he was able to catch that, it would have been enough for a first down.
So the Falcons will have to punt it away. Maybe we can catch a break and get the same thing that the Marshals did there on the first punt. Back to punt, trying to pick it up who it is for the Falcons going back there. Somebody with red shoes. Return man for the Marshals back at about the 24-yard line. Snap back. Punt is a low line drive. Hits at the 40, rolls down inside the 30. Going to get a good roll out of this as it goes all the way down to the 21-yard line.
The punter was number 15. Which is
15 is Fort Cogbill. Jack Cogbill, who is a member of the Fort Campbell soccer team. So the Falcon offense goes 3 and out, and now the defense, which got a 3 and out its first time, needs to try and get one again. They got a 3 and out, but then Marshall County got the punt that rolled up the back of a blocker.
It was a 39-yard punt. No return.
7:40 to go first quarter. Marshall's up 7-0. Wing T set, nobody wide this time, and there's motion. No flag. They take it, and breaking up the middle is the dive man for about 7. There was a lot of motion and almost a false start in the backfield. And 25 on the carry would be Luke Wyatt. Wyatt, a 6', 175-pound junior.
Got 7 yards on that carry. Just right up the middle.
There's somebody out here running around the track. I don't know, cross-country team, but somebody's taking their laps around the track during the game. Wing T set, wideouts both ways. They take it, leave it to the dive, back again. He's got a big hole, 40, and out to the 43-yard line. First down pickup for Marshall County as they're just going right up the middle now. Helping to get in on the tackle for the Falcons, number 52, Cyrus Vaughn.
A quick 14-yard carry and a first down for Marshall County.
If I were Marshall right now, I wouldn't even think about putting it up unless, at some point they make me stop running. Wideouts left and right, wings again. Stokes goes under center. Takes it, now he's looking to pass. Down across the middle, got a back out of the man, backfield wide open. And down inside the 15 to the 10 to the 5, touchdown. And that is caught by Tyler Stevenson. He went right up the middle. And Stokes dumped it right to where there was a big hole in the secondary.
Yeah, the defense was going to stop the run, and unfortunately he faked the handoff and had him wide open down the middle of the field.
Yeah, the problem for Tyler Stevenson was just don't let me drop it. So quickly, Marshall County, after they were stopped their first 3 plays, have struck for 2 big plays, and they'll try to tack on to it here. Snap back, kick on its way. The Falcons almost got to it, but it is up, and it is good. 6:32 to go in the first. 14-0 Marshall. Falcon football, WHBO, WHBOradio.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. Back at Marshall County, and the Marshals strike with 2 big plays quickly and now have a 2-score lead, 14-0. And not to put pressure on Matthew Middleton this early in the season, but now you got to come out and get move the ball for a little while, give your defense a little bit of a break.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, a 42-yard run and a 57-yard pass in the first 5 minutes and 28 seconds.
Kick down the field, high, and taken at about the 7-yard line by Spence. 10, 15, 20, trying to get to the outside. 25, 30, got a seam. 35, 40, 45, 50. He's at the 40. He's going to go maybe 30, 20, trying to outlast him. No, got down to the 11-yard line. He just ran out of gas. But a big return by DeAndre Spence. And they're going to say his knee went down right at the 11. That's the kind of play you need to get yourself back in it.
An 82-yard return.
Well, he got down that sideline, and he just exploded through the seam. But he had one guy closing on him, and he couldn't quite get past him.
Got to do something here. Got to get this in the end zone.
You need a touchdown here. After that kind of return, you got to get something off of it. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. And let's see what the Falcons and Matt Middleton do. One man in the backfield, and I believe that is Ethan Tomerlin lining up with Middleton. 2 wide each way. Now Tomerlin shifts back over to the right-hand side. Man in motion to the right. Take it, hand off Tomerlin. He fights forward 10-9, and that's about all. I don't know that at this point this isn't 4-down territory. Trying to get something on the board.
Gain of 2 yards. I think the little short passes, I think 4 downs is definitely you can get a 1st down at the 1-yard line, but I think you're right. You got to go.
You got to get 6 here to keep yourself in the ball game. So we have it now 2nd down and 8 at the 9. Middleton out of the shotgun. Sends his back out left. Now it's an empty backfield. Middleton back. Looking to pass. Throws it across the middle. Got his man. Touchdown. Pass touchdown from Middleton to Tyler McKay. And just like that, the Falcons are on the board, and Middleton hit him right in stride.
Beautiful pass.
First touchdown pass for Matt Middleton. And the catch by Tyler McKay. Junior to junior that time. So the Falcons get on the board. Didn't take much time. 5:32 to go in the first quarter, 14-6.
Got to have this extra point.
And is it Paniagua kicking? Yes, Johnny Paniagua Solis will attempt the extra point. Falcons having to get somebody out there late. Got plenty of time. Still 20 seconds on the play clock. Play clock's, well, they got one at each end. I was going to say, I didn't see the one down here. Paniagua to attempt the extra point. Snap back is not good. They got it down and they missed it. Shanked it bad, but the snap never got close to the holder. So with 5:32 to go first quarter, it's now 14-6, Marshall County up. Falcon football, WHVO, WHVOradio.com, back in 30 seconds. Back in Marshall County, and the offense is flowing here early. Marshall's got 2 touchdowns. Fort Campbell gets the big kickoff return from Spence. And then it is a pass from Middleton to McKay, the M&M boys. So we already got something there. M&Ms. Paniagua will kick it off as we get things started here in. Well, we're just now halfway through the first quarter. And they quickly squib it along the ground. Marshall County watches it, and Falcons have got it.
Great play. They took out the first guy that touched him. As soon as he touched the ball, they leveled him, and there was 5 Falcons around the ball, and they got the ball back.
The first guy coming up to get it after 10 yards, right about the time he reaches for the ball, they level him. And, of course, he has no right to the ball because it's already hit the ground. It's free at that point, and he got roasted. And so the Falcons have the ball back.
Marshall County 44-yard line.
Nice play, nice call by the staff there on that one. That's the way. I don't know why more teams don't execute the onside like that and take out the first guy that's coming up to the ball. Middleton out of the shotgun. Takes it. Hands off, trying to get to the outside. Spence cuts up inside, and he fights for it across the 40, down near the 40. All the momentum started with Marshall, and it has now shifted a little bit. A touchdown here, and it's game back on again.
Gain of 4 on that first down play.
Second down, long 6. You could see Spence being the speed back, Tomerlin be the bully back out of this lineup. Trips to the left-hand side. Middleton out of the shotgun. Snap, takes it. Fakes. No, he gave it to him, trying to get it outside 40, down to the 36-yard line, and it's going to be just shy. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Nice run there by Spence again.
Yeah, put his head down and tried to get it.
DeAndre Spence, a senior. Did DeAndre even play last year? 3rd down, long 2. And I think you're in 4-down territory here. I think you're close enough to this end of the field. You take 2 shots at this. They spread it out 4 wide. Middleton out of the shotgun, brings a man to the near side. That'll put Trips on the short side of the field. Middleton takes it, leaves it off to the back, and they're not going to need to run it again because he's got the 1st down.
Number 21 on that carry.
Nice
Good
pop
move
to the outside.
Nathaniel Massey.
Massey picks up the 1st down, sophomore running back. And we're seeing almost a running back by committee thing going here early. 1st down at the 31. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Falcons down 14-6, but on the move.
They give him 5 yards there down to the 31.
2 men wide to the left. Now they'll shift it and go 3 wide. Actually, go 4 wide left. Everybody's wide to the short side of the field. A lot of empty field over here to the near side. Middleton back, looking to pass. He unloads it across the middle, overthrew his man, and incomplete.
A lot of pressure on Middleton that time.
Yeah, that time Middleton had to get rid of it. And luckily for him, he unloaded it in the middle where there was nobody. If I were the coaching staff, I would complain about this running around the track going on right now during the game. It's just distracting beyond all get out.
I've never seen it.
I know. They've been running around the track for 10 minutes.
Maybe they run the whole first half.
I mean, it's not just kids running. It's an organized run.
Is it cross country?
I don't know. 2nd down and 10. Middleton takes it, leaves it off to Spence, trying to find somewhere to go, and nothing. He got to the line of scrimmage before he was unceremoniously dumped back. And it's going to be 3rd down and 10 at the 31-yard line. But, I mean, that could be really disconcerting at times if you're looking out toward the flat and you're seeing people running in the distance. So it is 3rd down 10. 3:11 to go in the first quarter. And Falcons are changing. I think we had an equipment issue with Spence because it looks like the official sent him off.
We had a big problem last week with knee pads. We didn't have our pants down over the knees and kept throwing people off to the sideline.
3rd down 10. Out of the shotgun is Matt Middleton. Middleton back, looking to pass, throws it out here, got his man, caught at the 25, but that's all. They tried to rip it out of there. Number 2, Tyler Stevenson, went for the strip, didn't get it. I think you go. It's going to be 4th down and about 4. I don't think Johnny's got that kind of leg, and a punt, if you put it in the end zone, you gain 5 yards. It's 4th and 4, you go here.
Nathan Lake on the catch there for 6 yards, so now you're looking at 4th and 4.
Just got to make sure you get past the 21.
Yeah, just get a little short pass again.
Middleton has them 2 wide each way. 4th down 4. Got to get to the 21-yard line. They'll line it up in motion. Trips now to the left side. Middleton back, fakes the handoff. Throwing it, got a man open, and he cut off the route. Incomplete, and he thought Jordan Edwards was going deeper. He thought Jordan Edwards was going on down the field, and he didn't. Miscommunication between your quarterback and your receiver there, and he would have been open either way. He was open there in front of the defender, or if he'd have kept running the route, he would have been open. So a miscommunique between the two, but you feel the momentum is at least sort of stabilized a little bit right now.
Now the defense has got to come up big.
Yeah. So Marshall County will start at their own 25. They really don't lose anything there by going for it on 4th down. Marshall County. Fake it to the dive back, leave it off to the guy countering to the outside. He stiff arms it, and now they've got him wrapped up after he picks up about 6.
That was number 7 on the carry for Marshall
Austin
County.
Riley looked like he was going to have a big run, and then they cut it down. And where are they going to spot? His progress, he got to the 31. They give him
32.
They gave him a friendly spot, 7 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 3.
Well, it looks like the sun's giving you a little bit of a break now. It's
starting to sit behind the trees in the distance. Second down, about 3. Man in motion. They leave it off to the dive back. He's got the first down and some out to about the 40-yard line. And that was 25, Luke Wyatt. They've had trouble, Donnie, with Wyatt on the belly play.
Yeah, that play has been gaining too many yards, and here comes the runners back across.
Again.
Give him 8 yards to the 40-yard line, another first down.
So it will be 1st and 10. Marshals at their own 40-yard line.
We're just going inside the final minute of the first quarter.
Under center now, both wings going. That should be a motion. They were both going at the same time, weren't they?
The white hat thought about it and then threw the yellow hanky.
Yeah, I was going to say the 2 wings were both moving at the same time when the ball was snapped.
That was an easy call.
The illegal shift against Marshall. And so that'll take it back to the 35. I mean, if I saw that up here, surely. 41 seconds to go in the first quarter. And it is 14-6, Marshall County up. Big plays. Marshall's got 2 big offensive plays. Big play for Fort Campbell came on special teams on an 82-yard punt return that set up a touchdown.
And unfortunately, are they not I was going to say, are they not going to back up 5 yards because they only had the ball about 2 yards back? That is correct. 35-yard line, 1st and 15.
See, I thought maybe they were going to – they don't get the choice to take that, do they?
They could have, but it wasn't a big enough loss.
So it is 1st down 15. Marshall County 1 man wide to the left. Up the middle, the dive back. Crosses the 40 to about the 44.
That should be the last play of the quarter.
So they get the penalty yardage and then some back.
Put him at the 43, gain of 8.
Clock stopped. I don't know why the clock stopped at all because it wasn't a first down. So it'll be 2nd down at about 7, but that is likely going to be it for the quarter. Marshall County breaks it. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Not going to happen. We've reached the end of the first quarter. It's Marshall County leading the Fort Campbell Falcons by the score of 14-6. Falcon football, WHBO, WHBOradio.com. We continue on after this 60-second timeout. Back in Marshall County, we get ready to start the second quarter of play. 14-6. Marshall's got the first 14. Fort Campbell then got a big kickoff return and then nearly got points on the board after an onside kick. It will be, well, the guys running the sticks lost track of where they were.
Supposed to be on the Marshall County 43-yard line.
And it's supposed to be like 2nd and 7.
Supposed to be 2nd and 7.
There we go. We finally got it. I think we're getting it straightened out here. So it will be 2nd and a short 7.
Take my sunglasses off now. I think the sun's gotten hit. I got mine in cloud.
And 1 man wide, wing T set for the Marshals. Wing goes in motion to left-hand side. They pitch it to the motion man trying to get to the outside. Cut down from behind.
Is that Averhart?
And we got a penalty flag in the middle of the field, too, in the area where you might get a hold.
That was Averhart. He came all the way across the field from the defense.
Yeah, Michael with that blazing speed got to the back. Now, here's the question. If the penalty's on Marshall, do you take the yardage or do you take the down where it'll be 3rd and 7? Holding against Marshall, now the decision.
Will it go from the penalty?
Well, I'm going to say the hold is up near the first down marker.
I'd decline this.
Unless they're going to mark it off from the line of scrimmage, then you have to have another thought about it.
I'd decline it.
Robbins is standing there on the far sideline.
He's telling him to take it back.
So they must going to be mark it off if it's past the line from the line of scrimmage while the ball was behind there. Holding Marshall, and, yeah, they're going to mark it off. My guess is since that was past the line of scrimmage, they'll mark it.
No, they're going to mark it from the 50 to the 40.
Oh, I don't know. That was going to be 3rd and 8. I don't know that the 2 yards.
2nd and 10.
Yeah, I don't know that the 2 yards is that big a help.
Now the referees are talking about it. Robbins might want to decline this.
I'm going to say I think Josh thought maybe it would be marked off from the line of scrimmage. That's why he decided to take that.
Now they're marking it off from the 47. I don't get that either.
Well, the penalty penalized 10 yards from the start of the foul. And it'll be 2nd and 12 for Marshall County with the ball marked at the Marshall County 37-yard line.
So 2nd and 12 for the Marshals. Stokes takes it, fakes the pitch, trying to cut it up outside. He goes down, and I think Averhart got him. Yeah, Michael Averhart got to him again. And Stokes is not the first quarterback to be frustrated by number 1.
Number 1 tackled number 1 right there.
Yep. So it's 3rd down 12. Big play for the defense here. Chance to get the ball back here early in the second quarter and a 14-6 ball game. Falcon defense needing a stand right here.
Timeout, Marshall County.
So the Marshals will take a timeout and talk about it. 10:55 to go in the first half. Marshall County up 14-6. Falcon football, WHVO, WHVOradio.com. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. Back in Marshall County as we have a big play now for the Fort Campbell Falcon defense as they have a 3rd and 12 against the Marshall County O. And, Donnie, big play here early in the ball game.
There's no doubt about it. You got to think that they're going to do a passing down here, so you've got to be ready for this pass. And watch the middle of the field because that was a pretty dangerous spot there in the first quarter.
3rd down 12. Marshals are at their own 38-yard line. You figure that Stokes is going to have to go up top. Wing in motion. He fakes it. Looking to pass. Looking down the right-hand side. He got a man breaking open. He caught it 45, and he gets the first down, I do believe. Fought through it, and that is number 8, Ty Buckmeyer, who fought just far enough to get the first down.
Tyler McKay made contact before the first down marker, but he went right through Tyler.
Whoa. They marked him out of bounds.
Yeah, they gave
That's
him a bad
not going to be a
spot.
first down.
He was past the 50-yard line.
I thought he died, but apparently he stepped out, and that's short.
Wow. Official timeout.
I do not believe he got enough after all. So it'll be 4th down and short.
From there he didn't. Wow. I cannot believe they marked
I
it
thought he dove. Now we could not see the line. We'll say this on this side.
And he's going to ask for the chains.
I think it's
you
short.
You can see that, can't you?
I got new glasses, so maybe I should. Maybe I can. I'll put the camera with the zoom lens on it here and see what happens. I think he's short by football length.
Yeah, there's no way he made that where the chains were.
Nope.
Yeah. So
He is short.
Here comes the belly play.
Yep. He's short about 5-6 inches.
I cannot believe they spotted it right there.
I think Marshall's going for it, so this... Yeah, if anybody gets this but Luke Wyatt, I'll be surprised.
Me too.
Unless you're thinking that Fort Campbell's going to stack it in there and then you're going to slide somebody out. Or, actually, you might see Tyler Stokes at 6'5", just take it and lean forward. 4th down, a football length. Here we go. Wing in motion. They take it, leave it off to the dive back. He got it. Not by much, but he got it. He just leaned across the 50 and got it by about, that much. So Marshall County will have a first down just on Fort Campbell's side of the field. Let's call it the 49.
Yeah, that one that got that Wyatt, that's Joanna's cousin.
So now we got, let's see, what do we got? First down and 10 for the Marshals. 10:30 to go first half. Now Stokes stands up. He's changing something.
It's fixing to get delayed game.
Takes it, and a little confusion there. And he just dives forward, got a yard and a half, and that's about all.
Yeah, the play clock was on 1 right when he snapped it. They're going to give him a yard.
Down to the 48.
It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Marshals.
Second down, long 8. Clock rolling at 9:55 to go. Halftime. We'll get you the Hopkinsville Community College halftime report. We'll try to get you some score updates, too, as we get closer down the line in this one. Marshall County, one man wide to the right. Wing T look again for Tyler Stokes and company. Wing comes in motion to the near side. Stokes takes it, keeps it, fakes the pitch, now cuts it up. He's got room, 40. He may go. Stokes 20, 10, touchdown, Tyler Stokes. He faked the pitch and just kept it going down the sideline. And Marshall County puts the lead back out to 2 scores.
And the fireworks. Sponsored by CFSC, brought to you by Thunder in the Sky.
He got by the first guy that had a shot at him, and then he was off and running. So that makes it 20-6 with 9:29 to go. Falcons would get the ball to start the second half, so if they can get back within 1 score here in the first half, they would get a chance. Extra point coming up for Marshall County. 9:29 to go. First half. Snap back. Kick on its way is blocked. And the Falcons caught it in the air, but that's not anything.
Too bad we can't run for 2.
So I was going to say, yeah, because he could have run all the way back. Kick no good, and with 9:29 to go in the first half, 20-6 Marshall County. Falcon football, WHVO, WHVOradio.com. Back in 30 seconds. Well, we had a little discussion there. There was a flag actually on the extra point, but after the discussion, the officials decided just to wave it off.
They were practicing throwing the hanky.
Wave it off. No flag, no flag, no flag. Just practice. It's early in the season, just getting a little workout. So the Falcons now will get the ball back. And again, Donnie, if they can just keep this thing 1 score going into halftime, get a score and cut it to 1, they get the ball to open the second half.
Be huge. Take the momentum away from Marshall County.
Information about the homecoming photo booth. September 21st will be the Youth Carnival before the Christian County game, and October 5th is senior night.
Of course, for the Falcons, a while ago, it was Spence, number 7, DeAndre Spence, that ran one back about 82 yards.
Before the game at Friday Night Light.
And the Marshals spending some time huddled up on the sideline.
Go ahead and put the play clock on them.
And as we await kickoff, we'd like to recognize some of our corporate sponsors. CFSB, the Orthopedic Institute, Country Chevrolet,
And Marshall County finally breaks out to the field to play.
Facial surgery, Dr. Bobo. Benita Banks, State Farm Insurance Agent Richard Reed, and River Valley Ag Credit. They'll say a little sponsors that rule. Talk about them a little later. Set the kickoff for the Marshals, number 12, Austin Stockdale. Bank receipt for Fort Campbell. Number 2, Elijah Crockett.
Marshall will kick it off here as they lead now 20-6. Each team has missed an extra point. Kick down the field, and the kick away from Spence this time. And drop by Crockett, picks back up at the 2-yard line. He goes the far side to the 10, 15, trying to find a seam, 20, and brought down at about the 22-yard line. So Crockett not able to get much there, and the Falcons face a long trip down the field.
Yeah, he dropped it at the 2-yard line, picked it up, was able to get just outside the 20. It looks like they're going to spot him at the 21. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
Matt Middleton has a touchdown pass, but he's looked typically like it's his first game a couple of times. He's missed a couple of guys when they were open and miscommunication. Don't know if it was him or the receiver. So here we go, 1st and 10, and they say the 21-yard line's where his knee went down. Falcons go spread, empty backfield. 5 wide, 4 to this side of the field. Now they'll send a man in motion to the far side. They'll have 3 one way, 2 the other. Middleton back, flares it out quickly. Got his man at the 29-yard line. Quick hitter to number 10, Edwin Zeister. And they'll pick up a quick 7-8 yards. Let's call it 8 to the 29. Watching Matt in the scrimmages, in the 7-on-7, and watching some of his video from last year up east, that's his rhythm, is to get in that short zip at 8, zip at 6, zip at 10 kind of routine. Second down at 2. Zeister goes in motion, now comes back to this side. They'll have 2 wide each way. Out of the shotgun is Middleton. Middleton takes it, leaves it off in there. Spence trying to get outside, can't get to the corner, and he might have got the line of scrimmage. That's all. He just couldn't find the seam that time, and it'll be 3rd down, about 2, maybe 2.5 now. He might have lost half a yard.
They're going to put him at about the 28. So
yeah, he lost a yard. Let's call it 3rd down and a short 3.
It'll be 3rd.
And actually, when Matt has looked the best is when they've emptied it out on him. You can give him 5 targets to pick from. 3rd down 3. Motion to this near side. Middleton out of the shotgun. Takes it back. Throws it out quickly. Got his man. 1st down. Across the 35 to about the 36 or 37.
Middleton pass complete to Nathan Lake.
And
Lake comes up gimpy as he gets knocked out of bounds.
Picks up the 1st down.
Fort Campbell 36-yard line. That's good for a Fort Campbell 1st down.
Going to put him at the 36-yard line, a pickup of 8 yards on that pass.
First down 10, fake the handoff, throws it out there, gets his man wide open at the 40, 45, 1st down near midfield.
Is that Lake again, number 13?
Complete to Nathan Lake.
Yep, Lake again. And again, that time, Donnie, he just zipped it out there. Didn't waste any time, got the ball out. Lake was open. And they're going to give him 9. Not quite the 1st down, but it's a gain of 9. 7:47 to go now in the first half of play.
Play clock has not started yet.
Just now at 23 seconds, so they've got time. 2nd down and about a yard. Out of the shotgun, trips to the left, 1 man wide to the right. Middleton waiting, takes it. Throws it out quickly. Got his man again. And first down, fighting for yardage, down to about the 42-yard line. And it looks like, Donnie, he's starting to get a rhythm.
Well, if they're going to give that to you, just keep doing it every play.
I'm going to say, if they're going to back off of you, that's like a run every play.
Gain of 13 on the play.
13-yard pickup.
Football marked at the Marshall County 43-yard line.
So at the 43, 1st and 10 Falcons, 7:40 to go in the first half. Trips right, one man wide to the left. Shotgun again from Matt Middleton. First game at quarterback for Fort Campbell. Now they'll empty the backfield. 5 wide. Middleton back, looking, throwing it out flat. Got his man, and it was incomplete. Nearly picked off after he deflected it. Dangerous there because the pass was intended for Zeister. And it bounced off of his hands, and then it's Hoog's got a shot at it. So it will be 2nd down and 10. And this second quarter taking a while with all the passing getting out of bounds and incomplete.
Marshall County 43-yard line.
2nd and 10 at the Marshals 43. 4 wide. Middleton out of the shotgun. Middleton takes it, flares it out, got his man caught, 45, trying to find somewhere to go, cuts it up, 40, leans forward, 39, 38, carrying people with him on the far sideline. Pass actually was caught behind the line of scrimmage, and then he just took it and went with it. Jordan Edwards fights all the way down to the 38. So it is going to be 3rd down, about 5. Long 5.
Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Fort
And again, you're almost in a 4-down spot of the field here.
That's been 5 passes in a row.
Everybody in tight. Middleton there. Trips to the right. They'll go forward to the right. Everybody's wide out. Empty backfield. Middleton looking to pass. Throws it out here. Got his man and hit immediately. Incomplete.
Middleton pass intended for Elijah Crockett.
Crockett got the ball in his hands, and about the time the ball got there, so did the defender, and the ball separated from Elijah Crockett. And it is 4th down and about 5, and let's see. Middleton staying on the field.
Yeah, I'd go for this. Down 2 scores, got to go.
And it's still going to be, even if they stop you, they've got to go 62 yards. But they're going to have to make sure the pass goes at least the 5.5 yards here. Trips to the left, one man to the right. Everybody's in tight in the shotgun. And now they'll make it 4 wide to the left. Empty backfield for Middleton. Takes it, looking to pass across the middle. Incomplete. It wouldn't have been enough anyway.
Zeister had his hand on it, but it wasn't. I don't think it was intended for him.
And I don't think he would have had it. I don't think he would have got the first down. Because there were defenders not far from him there, and I don't think that he could have got it. Now the pressure is squarely on the defense. The defense has to come up with the stop here.
They're running their annual run-a-thon. You notice the runners running around the track. They'll be running throughout the game. They're raising money.
Falcon defense has had a little trouble with the Marshall County wing tee tonight.
Circulating in the crowd, so give generously to the Marshall County cross-country team.
Take it, fake the pitch, rolling is Stokes, looking long down the field, intercepted by the Falcons. Coming back the other way, 50, trying to get to the outside, looking for a block. 45, down to the 40-yard line.
Is that number 5? Is that
was
McKay?
number 5, and that's McKay with a pick.
He picks it at the Fort Campbell 41. Takes it all the way back to the Marshall County
39, and we got a player hurt. Somebody for a Falcon.
Let's see where they're going to spot this at.
And what really concerns you is they took a knee quick. All the other teammates did. I assume it's a Falcon. And we've got an official's timeout. 6:27 to go in the first half. Falcons come up with a pick. They trail 20-6. Falcon football, WHVO, WHVOradio.com. Back after this 60-second timeout. After the interception, the Falcons have it. Let's call it the 40-yard line is where they're going to start on Marshall's side of the field. Looking to pass, looking down across the middle, and that's pass interference. Nope, they're not going to call it.
They did hit him before.
Yeah, but the pass may have been a little too tall. Maybe that's why he didn't throw the flag. But Zeister got bumped before the ball got there. Of that, there is no doubt. And it'll be 2nd and 10. (20-6). Falcons have come up with a turnover now. They need to get some points. Again, as we mentioned, Fort Campbell gets the ball to start the second half. 4 wide, shotgun for Matt Middleton. Middleton back, takes it, hands it off. Spence got a little hole, cuts it up, 35, and run out of bounds. He will pick up about 5. And again, that 5-yard pickup puts us back in 4-down situation again.
No doubt about it.
If it's at the 40, it's a little bit more of a thought. At the 35, you're like, okay, we can take 2 shots for 5 yards.
Even though there's still 6 minutes to go in this first half, it's no doubt you gotta go for it.
You need points, and you need to keep the ball out of Marshall County's hands for longer this time. 4 wide again. Middleton brings a man in motion. Trips to the left side, now 1 man wide to the right. Middleton takes it, flares it out to his 1 man on the right. Got it! He's fighting to get near the first down. It's going to be close.
I think he's just a tad bit short, maybe a yard short.
And again, it's Nathan Lake on the catch. Well, that's going to be close. Where'd they spot him? Nose of the ball just shy.
He has to get to the 30. So.
Oh, we got a flag, too. Wait a minute. No, I thought he said flag, but they're giving him the first down. Yeah.
Oh.
So they rule it a first down, so the Falcons keep the ball.
We'll take it.
Down inside of 6 minutes to go and a half. Two wide each way. Middleton waiting for the ball out of the shotgun. Takes it. Leaves it to Spence. Trying to find a corner. Turns it up 30. 26-yard line. I don't know who made the tackle around his ankles for Marshall County. I think it's number 10, Tristan Klein, because it looked like Spence had a lane, and if Klein doesn't trip him up around the ankles, that could have been a big one. And a gain of 3. It is 2nd down and 7. But here, you're at this part of the field, if you get 3 yards every play, you take it. 5:30 to go till halftime. Now the Falcons trying to get this back to a 1-score game. 2 wide left, 1 wide right. This time Middleton goes under center for the first time. He takes it, rolls. He's looking to keep it, I think. Rolls out 25 and maybe the 24. First time tonight, dedicated keeper play for Matt Middleton. And where are they going to spot him?
About the 25, maybe just inside the 25.
So a short gain. But it's also one of those plays now that the Marshall County Marshals know is in the Falcon playbook. So a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 5. And again, this is 2-down territory here. 3rd down, 5 at the 25 as we're under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Trips to the left-hand side. 1 man wide to the right. Middleton back. Throws it out. He's got his man on the right. Wide open, and he dropped it. Lake, I think, heard footsteps that time. He was open, but I think he heard somebody closing in on him, and he sort of alligator armed it a little bit.
You got to go for it.
Yeah, there is no doubt here. 4th down and 5. And I don't think that one, that's one, if your quarterback gets you that ball, you've got to catch that ball.
You got to get that one. And if he caught it, he had the first down.
4th down and 5. Lake will go out to that right-hand side by himself again. Trips to the left-hand side and is trying to see if it's Tomerlin in the backfield. Nope, it's not. And it's actually Spence who they're going to go 4 wide to the left. Throw it out there to Lake again. This time he caught it, and he's got the first down inside.
Just 1-on-1.
The 20-yard line. Yeah, they're clearing it out and going man-on-man on the far side. And what Lake is doing is he's doing a stop run. And the defender's having to is backing up, and suddenly he can't get back to the ball.
Put him at the 18, 7-yard gain and a first down.
4:30 to go. Falcons knocking on the door again. Middleton shotgun. Takes it. Fakes it. No, gave it to Spence. Trying to go up inside. Breaks it outside. Trying to fight for yardage. Still fighting his way down. Might have got 3. I'll say this for Mr. Spence. He doesn't go down easy.
DeAndre Spence on the carry.
Actually, they're going to give him next to nothing there.
They're going to put him at the 16, so give him 2.
2. The guy on the ball stick was a little slow moving there. We got a Falcon dinged up on the far side, and that may be Spence. 3:59 to go. 2nd and 8 at the 16. 2 wide each way. Middleton back. Looking to pass. Looking. Throws it out quickly. Got his man. Caught. Pretty good coverage by Marshall County, but he still caught it, and I think that was Edwards, wasn't it? Number 6. Jordan Edwards on the catch.
Pass complete to Jordan Edwards. Gain of 3 on the play. It will be 3rd and 5.
Got it down to the 13. 3rd and 5.
13-yard line.
But they're picking up yardage just at the right pace to get another first down.
They're running that clock.
Down inside, 3:28 to go.
Be nice to score inside of a minute.
Yeah.
And then get the ball back, start the second half. That'd be huge.
Middleton's got 2 wide to the left, 1 wide to the right. Middleton waiting for the snap, takes it, fakes it to his back. Now the pressure's coming, and he's going to go down. No, he broke the tackle. He gets outside. Now he's finally slung down back at the 24. For a minute, he looked like he might make something happen there. Now he's going to lose yardage all the way back for about 11-yard loss. I think you still take it and shoot for the end zone here. What do you think?
Comes up hobbling a little bit.
He almost stepped out of that. We had a score a while ago. Trigg County had trailed Monroe County at one point, 20-0. Trigg County had scored 27 unanswered.
Wow.
And came back and was leading 27-20.
Going.
Falcons will go for it. Oh, is this? I thought it was 4th. The stick guy's only got 3rd. It is 4th
Should
down.
Be 4th, yes.
4 wide. Middleton back. Look at the pass. He's looking. Now he steps up for the pocket. Runs out. Looking downfield. Lows it long down for the end zone. There's a guy open down there. Caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
He was wide open.
Middleton pass complete to Nathan Lake.
Nathan Lake for 6. Down in the corner. He just lobbed it down there and said, go up and get it, big boy. And a touchdown for Nathan Lake.
24-yard pass.
2nd TD pass of the night for Matt Middleton. And Middleton, you got to give him credit. He stepped up into the pocket, out of the pocket to give himself time.
Now, I think we're going for 2.
You think?
Yes.
Maybe. Could be.
I think we are.
And you are right, oh wise and sage one. So the Falcons cut it to 20-12, 2:09 to go in the first half. Middleton out of the shotgun, everybody in tight. Matt back, pressure coming, dumps it out there, got a man open! And the guy who it was intended for, I think, never got the chance to catch it. The guy in front of him got a hand on it. Nevertheless, 2:09 to go in the half. 20-12. Falcons cut the lead to 8. Falcon football. WHVO, WHVOradio.com. Back in 30 seconds. Back at Draftonville, Marshall County High School, 2:09 to go in a half. Big possession. It all comes after the interception by McKay. Nathan Lake with the touchdown. And Falcons are back in it, 20-12, down by a score and a 2-point conversion. And again, Falcons get the ball to start second half.
Yeah, I wish we could have got that extra point, though. Those extra points. We haven't made an extra point against Marshall County in 2 years now.
Well, you didn't have to bring that up. But.
Highway travelers nationwide.
As long as we get a few more touchdowns, I'll
The one thing you can already see with Middleton, if they keep him healthy, is he is a threat on the pass. That's the thing the Falcons really didn't have last year is nobody really took their passing game seriously. Everybody just stacked it.
Stacked the box, right.
Which I think this will ultimately, when people see his performance here in the first half of this one, will open up the ground game a little bit because you're going to have to play him a little bit differently. Falcons will kick it off. No onside this time, down the field, and Marshall County watches it hit, rolls, it goes inside the 10. He's going to have to get back there, pick it up, giving ground back inside the 5. Now he's coming to the outside, trying to turn the corner, wrapped up, and inside the 15, he will go down. Austin Riley nearly
not a
made a bad decision.
Not a smart decision by Marshall.
That's one he's got to pick that ball up earlier. So we're exactly 2 minutes from halftime in the Hopkinsville Community College halftime report. We not only thank Hopkinsville Community College this year, but U.S. Army Recruiting Battalion, Dr. Pepper, and Jersey Mike's, too. Of course, Jersey Mike's bringing us the player of the game. We'll talk more about that later in the ball game tonight. We will point out that Donnie and I both have our Dr. Peppers. You've got regular, I got diet. So we're good rolling there tonight. And whistle. Not a delay a game.
Timeout on Fort Campbell, I believe. Let's see.
Yeah, Falcons are taking. We got a timeout on the field.
Yes, it's on Fort Campbell.
2 minutes to go till halftime. Marshall up 20-12. Falcon football. WHVO, WHVOradio.com. Back in 30 seconds. Back at Marshall County, and Donnie, you said there was an update on the Trigg situation. They have not scored 27 in a row anymore.
Oh, it's up to 34 now. So 34 unanswered points for Trigg County.
Wow. Down 20-0 at one point. And now Trigg County has ripped off a bunch. Christian County, 9-6, Caldwell County. So that's getting late in the game on that one. That's a little lower scoring I thought that might be. Marshall County takes it, leaves it off, dive back coming through out to about the 20-yard line.
Luke Wyatt on the carry.
I don't know why they're. I mean, I know you don't want to get him too tired, but Wyatt's been their best runner.
Yeah, that up the middle play has been big yardage.
140 till halftime. If you're the Falcons, your objective here is do not give up a big play late. Get to the locker room down one score. If you can come up with a defensive score here late, hey, all the better. But just do not give up anything big. Take it, pitch, coming to the short side of the field. Now running back inside to about the 27, and the one thing they did wrong there is they knocked him out of bounds. It will be a first down for Marshall County, and the clock will stop.
They're not in that much of a hurry.
That's good for a first down, Marshall.
Like Marshall County, after the year you had last year, you don't want to make a mistake late that puts you in a vice here.
I expect him to throw something deep here pretty soon. Either this play or the next play.
1:21 to go. First and 10 for the Marshals. Stokes back, looking to pass, throws it across the middle, incomplete, way too tall. Quickly saying, I didn't wrap him up with a hand. I didn't get him, I didn't grab him. Jordan Edwards. Jordan might have had a little hand around his waist.
He had him, but that ball was high thrown. So.
Yeah, Jordan's thing there is it was uncatchable to that guy, but probably shouldn't really do that right in that part of the field. Because when a guy really throws his both hands up that quick, you know he actually did something. Second and 10. Marshals at their own 27.
27.
Deep motion. They take it, come to this far near side. And the Falcons string it out, run it out of bounds, but again, that will stop the clock. Buckmeyer on the carry. It will be third down as we go to 1:08 to go.
They have 2 timeouts remaining.
If they get a first down here, they might use one. Otherwise, I don't think they will. If they don't get a first down, the question then becomes, if you're the Falcons, do you use one and make them punt?
Well, we have 2 left, so.
Especially with Spence returning one back a while ago. Wing goes deep motion. They take it, leave it off to the dive back, and it's going to be a first down and more. And Wyatt's carrying people. They need to get him on the ground quick. All the way to the Falcon 48-yard line. And now, if you're Marshall County, here comes the timeout. Or are they not?
19 yards to the Falcon 48.
Gain of 26 yards on the play.
26-yard gain.
Marshall.
The clock's not running. Now he winds it. Down to 55 seconds. Falcons need to stop it here. Take it, pitch to the short side of the field again, and wrapped up, run out of bounds. Number 8, I believe it was. Ty Buckmeyer on the carry, but he gets out of bounds. 46 seconds, and Marshall's not having to worry about a timeout because they're getting out of bounds. 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 for Marshall County.
2nd and a short 5. 20-12, Marshall County up. Falcons just put points on the board on a 4th down touchdown pass from Matt Middleton to Nathan Lake. Deep motion from the wing. They fake the pitch to him, and he goes down. I think he tripped over his own lineman's foot. And the ball actually looked like it came loose as he was going down.
Yeah, he got stepped on, yeah.
So Stokes will lose yardage back to about the 45. It'll be 3rd down and long. Timeout Marshals, 39 seconds to go in a half. They lead 2012. Falcon Football, WHVO, WHVORadio.com. Back in 30 seconds. Back in Marshall County, the Marshals facing 3rd down and 8 at the Falcon 46-yard line after Stokes went down. One of his linemen backing up the block for him stepped on him and took him down. And so the Falcon defense now will try to shut it down here on 3rd down and 8. Falcons have had some nice plays tonight. They come with a big 4th down touchdown pass. They've got the onside kick recovered. They had the big kickoff return. Now defense plays, and the defense has a pick. They take it, looking to pass. Stokes, pressure coming. Averhart trying to run him down. Sack! Number 1, got him again. Michael Averhart. The speedy, quote, emphasis on speedy defensive end for the Falcons. Puts him down on the ground, and it's going to be 4th down and long. We got a penalty. This is twice I thought the guy said penalty flag on the play.
They're going to let the clock run out.
Yeah, down to 10 seconds. I don't think Marshall County is going to try anything on 4th down. The Falcons say, hey, we're going to get the ball to start second half. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to halftime. And the Hopkinsville Community College halftime report. Good game going on. Marshall County up at the break, 20-12 over the Fort Campbell Falcons. Falcon Football, WHVO, WHVORadio.com. We come back in 3 minutes.
Your score at halftime, Marshall County 20.
back at Marshall County High School as we are at halftime on the Hopkinsville Community College halftime report. It is Marshall County up over the Fort Campbell Falcons by the score of 20-12. Marshall County scored the first 14. Falcons came back with a touchdown of their own. Marshall's got another, and then after a pick, the Fort Campbell Falcons went in to cut it to a one-score game at the break, and the Falcons will get the ball to begin the second half. Our halftime report brought to you by Hopkinsville Community College. Proud to make the Fort Campbell Falcons halftime report available locally and worldwide. Men and women serving everywhere. HCC, sharing your local pride in sports today, supporting your desires and successful futures for tomorrow. Hopkinsville Community College, higher education brings here. We're at the halftime break. It is 20-12. Marshall County up. We'll run down some scores. Donnie will look at the numbers of the first half. We'll talk about what the Falcons got done here in the first half of play when we continue on the HCC halftime report. This is Falcon Football, WHBO, WHBOradio.com. We come back after this 3-minute timeout. Back at Marshall County High School, we are at halftime, and the Marshall County Marshals lead it by the score of 20-12. Marshall County looked to be stopped on their first possession, and Falcon defense got them 3 and out. But then on the ensuing punt, a Falcon had the punt roll up the back of his leg. Marshall County recovered. They promptly took it in and scored, took the lead. The Marshals then scored again, took a 14-0 lead. The Falcons came back after a big 82-yard kickoff return from Mr. Spence, DeAndre Spence. They took it down and scored on a touchdown pass by Matt Middleton to Tyler McKay, and the Falcons had cut the lead to 14-6. Marshall County extended it to 20-6 and got the ball back, but then the Falcon defense came up with a pick as it was Tyler McKay picking one on the other side of the ball. And then the Falcons got a touchdown pass from Middleton to Nathaniel Lake on 4th down at the 24-yard line. And the Falcons have cut it to 20-12. They get the ball to start the second half. Some of the scores we've got going on, other games at this hour. Owensboro leads Madisonville at the half, 21-7. Caldwell County and Christian County in a low-scoring baseball-type game. Christian County ends up winning that 11-6. That was the first game of the Jerry Claiborne Bowl tonight. Trigg County, last we heard, was up 34-0. They had scored 27 in a row, or 34 in a row, to come back from 20 down against Monroe County. That's in the Glasgow Scotty Bowl. At halftime, Clarksville High was leading Rossview 21-10 tonight. Let's see if we can get some other scores run down here. As of course, a lot of the games that started when we did are not very about halftime, as we are other places. But some of them are finishing the first games of bowl games tonight. Apollo was playing tonight, and they took a 14-0 lead. I'm trying to remember who Apollo was playing.
Madisonville?
No, Owensboro's playing Madisonville.
Okay.
So, Gray, let's see, that was soccer, so trying to pick up some other action here. But again, the one we were watching a little bit closely early was 11-6. Christian County opens with a win over Caldwell County. That's a little interesting because Caldwell County's offense had figured to be pretty potent, and Christian County held them down to 6 points. And that's Christian County winning the game with their quarterback from last year now, a walk-on at UK, and one of their top defensive players now playing at Purdue. So that is a nice, solid win for Christian County to open the season. And again, as we mentioned, Owensboro over Madisonville at the half, 21-7. We'll come back and get a look at Donnie's numbers here for the first half of play as we continue the Hopkinsville Community College halftime report. Falcon football, WHVO, WHVOradio.com. We are back after this 3-minute timeout. Back in Marshall County, we are at halftime, and it is the Marshals up 20-12. You got numbers, dude?
I got some numbers.
You got some numbers. Donnie, take a look at those halftime stats.
Okay, let's start with Fort Campbell. They had 12 rushing attempts in the first half for only 15 yards. They passed 20 times, completing 12 of those for 101 yards, giving the Falcons total yards of 116. Marshall County in the first half had 20 rushing attempts for 178 yards. They were 2 of 4 passing with 1 interception for 68 yards and 1 touchdown, giving them 246 yards of total offense in the first half. Some individual stats for Fort Campbell. Pull out my roster here real quick here. All right, passing, Matt Middleton, he did all the passing. He's 12 out of 20. Had 2 touchdown passes for 101 yards. Not a lot of yardage, a lot of completions, but a lot of effective completions in the first half. Receiving, Nathan Lake, 6 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Number 6, that's Jordan Edwards. Yep, Jordan Edwards, 4 catches. He had a total of 26 yards. We had Seister, 1 catch for 7. Tyler McKay, his only catch was a touchdown of 9 yards. Running the ball, we had, trying to find the right paper here.
Did you lose your stuff there, dude?
Oh, I got another paper here. It's right here. It's on the back page. Okay, let's see. Rushing, we had number 7, and that is Spence. And he had 7 carries for 14 yards, and he basically had the lead. We only had 15 yards rushing, so he was the leading rusher for Fort Campbell. So we're down, 20 to 12 at the half. We're going to get the ball. Not a lot of offensive yards, but we've made some defensive stops when we had to. I thought a big defensive stop was right here before the end of the half when Marshall was driving, and then we got the big sack.
The sack by Averhart.
The sack was huge and let them run out the clock. So let's see what the Falcons are going to do here to start the second half.
20-12, and the Falcons get the ball. And again, I thought Middleton in the second quarter got a little bit of a rhythm. He looked at times there in the first quarter like he just couldn't quite get into that rhythm. And in the second quarter, I thought he got into a much better rhythm. And you can't say enough about the play he made on 4th down to step through the rush, out of the pocket, and get that ball to Nathan Lake down in the corner of the end zone.
Right. And another thing, I don't want to jinx us or anything. Don't have a lot of yellow hankies in this first game. Usually, first game of the year, you get a bunch of false starts.
So we had a holding call. We've had one illegal shift.
Yep. They had the illegal shift. There was a holding call. And there was one other penalty.
Have the Falcons, have they had any?
I don't remember Falcons having one.
So it's been a fairly clean played game on both sides.
For the first game of the year.
Yeah, for the first game of the year. So that's something. That wraps up the Hopkinsville Community College halftime report. I kept waiting for them to put the 3 more minutes back on, but we didn't do that. We're ready to go. Again, the Falcons will get the ball to start the second half. And let's see. Can the Falcons, even without the 2 points to tie it, it gets a whole lot more interesting if you can score here and make this a really, really close game now.
And Trigg won 34-20.
So they were down. Trigg was down in that ball game 20-0 and scored the last 34. This one has had its own ebb and flow back and forth. And so momentum would be squarely in the middle here if the Falcons could get something done here to start the second half. Of course, these two teams played it close all the way through last year's game, with the Falcons picking up the 18-12 win. Well, now the Marshals are walking back off the field.
Maybe they're going to get 3 minutes.
Everybody got out and we got ready, and the officials are standing out in the middle of the field.
I don't know. They got the clock on 12 minutes. So
Please don't tell me there's been a lightning flash somewhere. No, there's no clouds here. Or are they switching in? That's what it is. It's different ends. Because that's actually right. The Falcons actually get the choice. Well, no. Who gets the choice of ends this half?
Well, we get the choice to get the ball, so they get the
choice of ends. So that's what it was. Marshall County went one end, and then they decided they're going the other way. Not that there's a whole lot of wind out here tonight that's going to make a whole lot of difference. So the Marshals will kick off. Going back deep for the Falcons will be Spence and Crockett. Sounds like Miami Vice. No Tubbs, just Spence and Crockett this time. Actually, that's not Crockett on the far side. That looked like it's maybe Tyler McCain now.
Is it 6 and 7 or 5 and 7?
There's 7 there, and I want to say it may be 5 and 7. Marshall to kick it off to start the second half. Here we go. Marshals have the 8-point lead. It's been the Marshals ground attack and the Falcons air attack. Ball down the field, and it will roll into the end zone, and the Falcons will start at the 20. And that was number 5 back there on the far side that time, was Tyler McKay. So the Falcons will start at their own 20-yard line. Let's see if Matt Middleton's still in the rhythm that he was found there in the second quarter. And after you saw the kickoff return for Spence, you get the feeling that he just needs one of the right blocks on one of these running plays to make the same thing happen on the ground. Falcons will break huddle. First play of the second half. 20-12, Marshall's up. And he'll go under center this time. Last time he did it, he ran out of this. Middleton under center. Takes it. Leaves it off right up the middle of his back. And quick hitter for about 3 yards. Didn't look like there was going to be that much, but he hit and slanted off. And on the carry, that is number 21. Nathaniel Massey, sophomore. Massey picks up 3.
Got a hard 3 yards. He
yeah,
ran hard
for a
on that
little
play.
guy, too, right up the gut there. 2nd and 7 for the Falcons at their own 23. Back to the shotgun this time. Trips to the short side of the field. One man to the right. Everybody's in tight. Middleton out of the shotgun, sends his back, and now it's an empty backfield. Middleton back, looking to pass, throws it out there. He's got his man, and that is Lake again. Not going to get much as he forward progress the 26 or 27. They are isolating on that receiver on the empty side a lot. They're stacking 4 on one side, and the guy that's got man-man coverage, they're getting it to him a lot there, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4. 3 more on the pass from Middleton to Lake. Clock at 10:50 to go, third quarter. 20-12, Marshall's up. Falcons with a big 3rd and 4 right here. One man wide to the left, everybody else 3 wide to the right. Now they'll bring it and split them, 2 wide each way. Look at the pass. Middleton throws a slant to his man. Caught in traffic. First down. And that is by number 5, Tyler McKay. Caught it in traffic. That's a tough catch for a receiver because you know you're getting ready to get hit. And he picks up 7. Out to the 33, and the Falcons have a first down.
The Fort Campbell 33-yard line.
Wideouts left and right. 2 to the left, 1 man wide to the right. Middleton out of the shotgun again. Brings a man towards this side, leaves it off. Spence trying to get outside, nothing. And we got a penalty flag, hold or a face mask. It was in the area of the tackle.
Yeah, I thought the offensive line left early. A little bit
but that flag came in
start,
late for
but
that.
That was a late flag, yeah. Looks like it's going to be a hold.
Now, if you're Marshall County, I don't think I take it.
Holding against Fort
They
Campbell.
lost yardage. It would be 2nd and 13.
Yeah, he's going to decline it. The coach is over here saying decline it.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, in that situation, you take the down and make it 2nd down. They have not been able to get Spence outside, so the penalty is declined.
It will be 2nd.
Well, I thought they were going to mark him down for a 3-yard loss. They're going to give him no gain.
Wow.
I didn't see that, but we'll take it.
Wow, so now it's... Yeah.
2nd and 10. Middleton rolling, pressure coming backside. He unloads it long downfield, and there's a lot of chipping going on. It's actually intercepted by number 8. And that is Ty Buckmeyer. Boy, there was a lot of hand play going on that one. And the Marshals come up with the turnover. Falcons' first one of the night. So the Falcons do not take advantage of getting the ball to start the second half. And Matt might have not, that pass may have not been his best choice right there.
And throwing across his body going to the left. So.
Yeah. So the defense now needs to make a play. It has an interception so far tonight. One man wide to the right. Wing T look for the Marshals. Wing goes motion to the left-hand side. They take it, leave it to the dive man. And I believe that would be Mr. Wyatt. Luke Wyatt on the carry. 6 foot 175. And he just lowers that head and wedges up in there. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5. 9:30 to go, third quarter. Falcon defense needs to come up with a stop.
At the Marshall County 49-yard line.
One man wide to the right. Man in motion to the left side. They take it, fake to the dive back. Quarterback keeping it. Looking to pitch. He pitches late. Ball's on the ground. Falcons get to it. I don't know. Falcon ball, yes.
And a late flag over here, a fight.
This will be post-possession. It'll be Falcon ball. Something happened away from the play, and one of the Marshals having to be pulled away.
Has his helmet off. Number 71 for Marshall County.
And it's Chet Kretzinger. Falcons have the ball. And let's see what it is here. It would be Falcon ball at the 45 on Marshall's side of the field.
There's a flag on the play.
Have not seen what the flag is.
But it's way back here at the Falcon 42.
And it came in at the end of the play.
It's going to be offsetting, I think.
Doesn't appear that anybody thinks it's going to affect possession here. Whether or not it affects position on the field is a whole other thought. 9:01 to go. This one get a little chippy now. It's been closed for so long. We got 2 flags down, which would increase the possibility that it's offsetting.
They're doing some writing on their little tablets.
We may have some tossing.
Yep.
Which will be hard for us to tell who it is. We may not find that out till after the game. Or actually, an unsportsmanlike will get you written up, and it's what, 2?
2 of them, yeah.
2 get you tossed. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike, Falcons, and ejection.
Against Fort Campbell.
I don't know who got the heave-ho.
But he will also sit next week's game with Russellville.
Yeah, I cannot.
Fort Campbell player who has been ejected from the game.
Coach Robbins over there expressing his viewpoint.
And now 15 yards from where the ball was recovered.
Falcons will have the ball 40, at their own 40, 41, 40,
now
right
the
at the 40.
question is, who will we not see on the field?
I'm going to say, have you seen anybody leave the sideline?
Not yet.
At the end of the play, Fort Campbell penalized 15 yards, and Fort Campbell will have first down.
Now we'll try to have to pick up who's not out there. And whether or not it's a person that played offense, defense, or just defense. Falcons have it at their own 40 after the fumble, after the flag, the incident. 1st and 10. Man coming in motion. Middleton out of the shotgun. Back, look at the pass. Got time. Now it's breaking down. He unloads it long down the sideline. Got a man break it open. Incomplete off his hand. Looking for Nathan Lake.
Pass intended for Nathan Lake, incomplete. It brings up 2nd and 10
And we have a Falcon down on the field back at the 45-yard line.
Looks like a cramp. Marshall County player trying to help him out.
Yeah, and he's beating on the ground like, yeah, he's stretching a leg. That would be one of those that ain't terribly, terribly serious, but boy, it hurts like a dog. 8:55 to go in the third quarter, 20-12. Again, Trigg County rallies tonight from 20 down with 34 unanswered. They get the win, 34-20. Caldwell County up into Christian County in a slow-down game, 11-6. Hopkins Central leads Webster County at the half, 13-6 tonight on the scoreboard. Not a lot of offense on that one either. See if we can get some other.
I still haven't seen a Falcon player leave yet.
Hoptown and South Warren just now getting underway. It's going to be a late night there.
So will Russellville playing Glasgow.
Mayfield playing tonight. They must have been playing a bowl game too.
They're playing Union City.
They trail 7-6 in the first quarter. So that's one of those late starts. I'm glad we're not playing one of those late night games. Try to pick up some other scores for you as we go.
All right, they got him up. Let's see. Who is that? Can't tell the number. Can you see that number? They got their arms over his number. It's hard to see.
Number 1.
Well, that's Averhart.
Averhart a little banged up there.
He's the one that had the cramp.
He has played some receiver in the spring hour in the 7-on-7. Louisville Trinity's 30-game winning streak is no more. Trinity falls to Carmel 24-21. So 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. 2 wide each way. Middleton out of the shotgun. Snap back. Pressure. Middle screen. Caught. Spence trying to find somewhere to go. Spins forward for 3. Good job on the tackle there by Marshall County that time. As the Falcons did a pretty good job executing the middle screen. They just know where to go with it. Pick up a 3 will be 3rd down and 7. Clock rolling again at 8:30 to go in the third quarter. 3rd down 7. 20-12, Marshall County up. Everybody tight. Trips to the left. One man to the right. Shotgun. Now they'll go 4 wide as they send Spence wide to the left side. Middleton back. Dumps it out to the right. Got his man, but Lake went down, and it'll be 4th down and about 4. I don't think you go for it here. You got to know your situation there. You got 3rd down 7. You've got to get a little bit further down the field.
Looks like we're going for it. Nope, here comes the punting.
Now, it's still a 1-score game, and you're on your side of the field. A little early for that yet. Might come a point before long you do that, but right now it's try to kick them back here. Punting for the Falcons is number 15. That is Jack Cogbill. Member of the Falcon soccer team, who I think is our new spotlight athlete at yoursportsedge.com. And whistles. Play clock hits 0. Delay game on the Falcons.
Now I know we have a penalty.
Yep. Well, we had
Penalty
one. Well,
2.
and the unsportsmanlike tossed out. I have not figured out who got heaved. Cogbill standing back at about the 30. Return man for the Marshals back at his 20. Cogbill line drive, kick out of there. Takes a good roll for the Falcons. Goes down inside the 25. Right about the 20-yard line, and we got a Marshall down now. Cramp.
He got a cramp.
When a teammate runs over and grabs your leg and starts stretching, you know what that is.
So that was a 39-yard punt with no return.
Yeah, when a guy's laying on the ground going, ooh, cramp, cramp, cramp. So 20-12. Can the Falcon defense come up with another one here? They have 2 turnovers. They have a pick. They have a fumble recovery. And so the defense back on the field. And I'm not sure. We may just have to wait and find out after the game who got tossed. And again, the bad thing about that is they're not going to play at home next week. It was amazing. There was a lot of emotion in the stands after that incident, and it just went away.
It did.
It just quieted down real quick. Madisonville scores against Owensboro down to 21-13, third quarter now. Madisonville's one of the teams a lot of people look at and figure they are going to be better.
Let's
see. South Warren scored early, I think like 30 seconds into the game against Hopkinsville. And they're up. Marshals back at their own 20. Stokes hands it to the running back, trying to get to the outside. Got a couple, and then it's cut down. And boy, it's getting chippy still. This time it was number 5 and number 11 for Marshall County.
Look at this guy hopping off the sideline.
Cramp. That's Buckmeyer. Isaac Stevenson and Tyler McKay that time were tangled up after the play. Gain of about 3. Call it 2nd and 7. This getting a little chippy on the field right now. And we've got Averhart. Averhart's back on the field.
I think the referees are taking an official timeout.
Water break to get everybody hydrated? Or that may be what we're doing. I don't know. Cannot tell. Of course, there was big news this week in Marshall County in basketball. It was not good news for the Marshall County Marshall basketball team. Zion Harmon ruled ineligible to play at Marshall County. It is expected that Marshall County will appeal it. But, of course, Harmon transferred from Adair County to Marshall County. Had expected to be a big part of this basketball team. Of course, he was on the road all summer, traveling ball. But it was ruled he was ineligible. Now, whether his appeal goes through, we'll have to wait and see. Back to action we go. 2nd and 7. Stokes takes it. Leaves the handoff to the dive back. McKay trying to push his way, and he may get he's close to the first down. He just took the pile and carried it.
Luke Wyatt on the carry.
And they're eyeing it. 3rd down.
If he's touching the 30, that's a first down. Don't tell me he's going to measure. No.
No, nose of the ball's not quite to the 30. If you were ever going to gamble and go deep, here would be the place. 3rd and short. Take it, leave it off to one of the backs running around in the backfield. He's going to get the first down, but that's a horrible play call. You've got Wyatt picking up 2 or 3 yards every time he carries it.
That's number 8 that carried it, and he's got a cramp again.
But I don't understand that call because you've got 3rd and a couple of inches. Wyatt's been picking up 2 or 3. Yeah. Why are you handing off deep in the backfield where you can lose 2 or 3? Not the wisest, and he did have to dance around to get it. So it's not, to me, the wisest of calls there, especially the way Wyatt's been running. He could get you a yard running backwards at this point. We have another cramp, and we're starting to see a lot of these now, making this second half a long second half. We are still at 20-12. Yeah, Carmel of Indiana beats Trinity 24-21. Central won tonight. Central beat Manual 18-0. Bell County beats Middlesboro in a snoozer, 54-0.
Oh.
A lot of people got insomnia cured tonight at that one.
Find something else to do on Friday night. Running clock.
Yep. And they continue to work on the cramp. This one is taking a while. It's like, okay, guys, somebody pick him up and carry him off to the other
He's
side.
the one that ran off the field earlier and just collapsed on the sideline with that cramp. And then they put him right back in a couple plays later, and there he is.
Down he goes.
Yep. Oh, he can't go. There he goes again. He tried to get up and fell right back down.
That'd be a bad cramp.
Yeah, those things are painful.
Louisville Moore beats Southern tonight, 33-7. Bracken County beats Switzerland County of Vevey, Indiana, 12-0. Scott County over North Bullitt, 56-13. Mason County over North Adams of Seaman, Ohio, 53-0. Campbell County over Dixie Heights, 34-3. Somerset over Lincoln County, 41-0. Trigg County, as we mentioned, beat Monroe, 34-0. Christian over Caldwell, 11-6. Fulton City, we talked about them not going to play a schedule. They forfeited tonight.
Oh, my goodness. Against who?
Greenfield, Tennessee.
Wow.
1-0 forfeit score.
Wow.
First down, and they're at, the 33, 32?
I got him on the 33.
Stokes, wing in motion. Stokes leaves it off. No, he kept it and goes down. Ball comes out, but he was already on the never the case, a big loss for Stokes. Who got to him there? The guy that's on the ground going, I can't get up.
Is it Averhart?
No, Averhart's walking.
Okay.
We've got somebody just staying down almost every play now. Is she stretching the leg?
Yep,
cramp. Another
Made a great
cramp.
tackle and then couldn't get up.
So it will be a loss of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 14. We still, emphasis on still, have 5:27 to go in the third quarter. This game's going to be getting about to the length the first night I did an Elijah Sindelar game years ago, and it was like 80-60.
Got an update in Clarksville. Clarksville High leading Rossview 21-17 in the third quarter.
Walton Verona beat West Jessamine tonight, 14-0. And that looks like the last score I got there on the cage. PRP beat Valley tonight, 37-6. My alma mater took it in the grill, losing to LaRue County tonight, 48-0. Of course, that LaRue County team was the team eliminated in the playoffs last year in the regional semis by Caldwell County. Bishop Brossart beat Dayton 21-0, and some of the scores we're seeing coming in across the state. Of course, going on right now, South Warren and Hoptown and Russellville Glasgow going on. Those late games and some of those bowl games just getting started. Our game is getting into that area being a late game now. And it is Nathaniel Lake dealing with a cramp. The question on this one is going to be who's not cramping up by the end of the game.
That's true.
Now, it's not hot, but it is muggy. So, we got 5:27 to go. Third quarter. Stokes under center, wing in motion deep, takes it, leaves it off to the dive back, and it's McKay, or Wyatt rather. And he picks up almost 10 yards.
There's another one laying
And
down.
we got another Falcon down, cramping up. It appears to be a cramp.
Gain of 10 on the play. That brings up
He gets all the way to the 39-yard line. It'll be third down and 4.
for the Marshals.
Long 4, but we have another one down. We seriously now are at every play somebody is down. Trying to see if we can get some more scores here while we are just killing time. In the third quarter, Davis County and Catholic in a good one, 21-20. Let's see. Greenup County beat Lewis County 46-7. Graves County winning 27-7. They've scored 14 unanswered in that one. Glasgow leads Russellville 7-0 about halfway through the first quarter. The pace we're going here in the second half of this one, they may catch us. So some of the scores we have there, as we are just, it has become the cramp. It's cramping our style here at this point. And out of the last 3 plays, the count is now 2 Falcons cramped, 1 Marshall.
Amazing. I mean, we were going so smooth first half and all. They took that break at halftime, and that got them.
We have played 7 minutes of the second half. Not quite 7 minutes yet. And we are nearing, are we approaching almost an hour for this quarter?
Gonna be close.
And I mean, these apparently are not just your normal cramps. These are guys who cannot get up. This one's a lineman.
Looks like number 71?
67.
Okay.
That would be Jesus.
That's one of our captains. Big play here for the Falcon defense, 3rd and 4.
So I think we're going to get a play. The question is, will we have another cramp after the play? Marshals face 3rd and 4 at their own 39. Wind the clock. Wing comes in motion to the near side. They pitch to the wing, coming to the short side of the field, cuts it up 40. First down as he crossed to the 45, maybe the 46. Quick pitch to the wing who came in motion. That was number 7.
Number 7
on the carry, Austin Riley. And guess what? Everybody got up. Marshall County with the ball, 20-12. This quarter's got not much flow to it. It's just.
And it looks like the runners took a little break.
Finally. 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. They take it, leave it to the dive back, and this time the middle of the line says no. In there, first grab at him was 56 for the Falcons. Grayson Meyer. Give him a yard.
One of the few times we've able to stop
maybe
him near the line of scrimmage.
They're going to give him 2.
They
call
gave
it
him
2nd
a
and
great
8.
spot.
Yeah, they did, because he didn't get to the 48-yard line.
No, he did not.
Marshall County has sort of quit. I don't know if they're trying to lull the Falcons to sleep or what, but they haven't even looked like they're going to put the ball up.
Only thrown 4 or 5 passes the whole night.
Back under center. Wing goes in motion to the left-hand side. They take it, running the keep. Now pitch late, and there's a big hole outside. Cuts back to the middle and gets down to the 40. When he caught that pitch late, I thought he was gone. I thought the hole was that big. Stevenson. You got to give the credit, though. Most of the credit on that carry to Stokes. Stokes' pitch decision came right at the right time.
Fort Campbell, 40-yard line.
They're running a lot of option out of that wing tee. Outside option. Falcon defense really does not need to give up a score here, the way this game feels pacing right now. 1st and 10 at the Falcon 40. Stokes under center. Leaves it off to his dive. No, he kept it, and he got a yard or 2, and that's all. Coming in to bring him down. Guess who? Number 1. Michael Averhart in on the stop. Going to be 2nd and 8. Marshall County may be in a point of the field. They think about taking 4 shots. Now, Falcon defense has come up with 2 turnovers in this one. As we go inside of 3 minutes to go in the third, not much has happened here in the second. Wideouts each way for the Marshals. Back in the wing tee. Stokes takes it, leaves it up to the counter, up inside. Big hole, 20, and down to the 19 of the 18. That up inside counter off the wing tee, it's about the first time I think I've seen them run that tonight. That normally is a staple play of the wing tee, as you fake it up the dive back off of one side, and then you counter one of the wings up the other side. And there was a big hole for Tyler Stevenson down to the 19.
19-yard gain down to the 19.
When he hit the hole, I thought, oh. Down to 2:35 to go. Marshall trying to get it back to a 2-score game.
They've got the Falcons defense guessing right now.
The wing T is you have to be extremely disciplined in what you're doing. Wideouts left and right. Stokes goes under center. And he's wrapped up. I think he wanted to leave it to the dive back, and the dive back went to the wrong side. And Stokes is dropped for a loss.
They're going to put him at the 22.
Yeah, I think he turned expecting Wyatt to be there, and Wyatt had gone the other side. Loss of 3. 2nd and 13. Clock running inside of 2, so after we had a slow go for most of this quarter, last couple of minutes has been just run.
Yeah, they're just chewing this clock up.
2nd and 13. They stay with the wing T set, wideouts each way. Wing goes in motion to the left-hand side. They leave it off to the dive back, and he got coupled back to the 20. They did a better job that time containing Wyatt, and it's 3rd and long. I still think they're going to take 2 shots at this. I don't know what their kicker situation is, but it would be like a 37.
Got a pretty good leg.
Be like a 37-yard field goal from here. Although a field goal would be huge at this point because it makes it 2 scores. 3rd and 11. As we go to a minute to go in the 3rd quarter, still 20-12, Marshall County up. Wideouts each way. Stokes under center. Falcons nearly jumping due. They're going to make it 3rd and 6. That's a killer because now it makes it a real short. You go from 3rd and 11 to 3rd and 6, which changes a whole lot of options for Marshall County. Marshals were going to have to throw there. Now, maybe not. 53 seconds to go in the quarter. Marshall threatening a long drive here.
3rd and 6 for the Marshals with the ball marked at the Fort Campbell 15-yard line.
The guy's asking him to wind the clock, and the clock's still sitting. He's sitting there telling him wind it, and it's not running.
This is the 13th play of the drive, and they've all been runs.
3rd 6. Wing T, everybody tight. Wing comes in motion. Quarterback keeping, looking to pitch back. He gets to the pitch man. He's at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown.
Looked like there was a hold there, but they didn't call it.
And we have another Falcon down cramping with 43 seconds to go. Again, a good decision on the pitch by Stokes. And Marshals will try to make it now a 15-point lead. Falcons will have their backs against the wall a little bit now, down 2 scores. A lot of time left, but they've got to score almost on the next possession. Snap back, kick on its way, up, line drives it. And it's good. 43 seconds to go in the 3rd. Marshals now lead 27-12. Falcon football, WHVO, WHVOradio.com. Back in 30 seconds. Back in Marshall County, Donnie, that was a big score there for the Marshals. Put this back to a 2-score ball game.
Yeah, and the worst thing about it is it took about 8 minutes off the clock. Every play was a running play, 14-play drive, and that's a backbreaker when you're trying to stop them and get the ball back.
Now the Falcons are almost in a have-to-score position this possession.
Need a good kickoff return. Last time the guy kicked it, he kicked it in the end zone.
Of course, Spence, who's standing on the near hash, has, an 82-yard return?
82-yard kickoff return earlier in the game. So he has the ability to break it.
Coming up the end of the game, we'll do our Jersey Mike's player of the game. Going to be a tough choice right now.
Are you cramping? No, I'm doing my stretching just in case.
We might have to give the Jersey Mike's player of the game to the trainer.
Yeah, really.
Trainer's been on double duty tonight. Kick from the Marshals is high, not particularly deep on this one. And taking it and dropping it right at the 10-yard line. That's Crockett, 15, 20. Trying to get to the outside, 25, 30. Flag way away from the play as Crockett goes down the far sideline across midfield. But there's a flag that was near nobody.
He just threw it in the middle of the field.
He threw it in the middle of the field. Everybody was on the far side. I don't know what he saw. I was serious. Where he threw the flag, there was nobody.
Well, it's something.
See, it's the Falcons holding.
So he'll get a return to where the flag is. So he'll get from the 10 to the 38. And then we're going to back it on up.
Like I said, I don't know what he saw because where he threw the flag, there was nobody in that part. Everybody was already on the far side of the field.
10 yards from the spot of the infraction. We'll take over first and 10.
I don't know. Maybe that guy lives in Calvert City. I don't. So, call it back to the 28-yard line now. 33 seconds to go till halftime. Falcons need to score this possession. Out of the shotgun, Matt Middleton. Has 2 TD passes on the night, 1 interception. Marshals are going to give him 5, it looks like. Marshals are saying somebody from Fort Campbell flinched.
Well, the center went to get ready to snap the ball. And it is
actually going to be against Fort Campbell.
Yep.
So make it 1st and 15. Falcons going the wrong direction this drive.
Falcons penalized 5 yards. We'll make it 1st and 15.
.33 seconds till the end of the quarter. Falcons trail now 27-12. Second time of the game they've been down by 2 scores. Middleton spreads them out 4 wide, back to his right. Waiting for the snap, snap back. Middleton back to pass. Dumps it into the middle, caught. That is Spence trying to get to the outside. Picks up 5, a little bit more before he's run out of bounds. So nice little pickup on that screen. Going to get all the way to about the 28-yard line, they say, which is actually, I thought he got more than that. They give him 5 and then short spot him. 26 seconds to go in the quarter. That will stop the clock getting out of bounds. Middleton, 2nd and 10. 2 wide each way. Back, looking, pressure coming. Now it's breaking down on him, and he goes down all the way back. No, he got it off somehow to Spence.
Did he just shuffle it?
He must have handed it to him.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a rush on that.
Somehow Spence came out of there with the ball. And God, they may actually, nope, going to get a football length out of that. Somehow Spence and Middleton got it out of there. And
what's going on? It's not the end of the quarter.
Marshall County got somebody on the sideline down?
I'm not sure.
15 seconds to go in the quarter, and I think Marshall County's got somebody down on the sideline over there. So we have, I don't know if it's another cramp or what we've got going, but we have another stoppage on this one. Let's see if we get you some scores while we're here. Christian Academy of Louisville beats South Oldham 21-3. Raceland beats Lawrence County 31-12. Thomas Nelson over Frankfort 15-13. Anderson County beat George Rogers Clark 41-0. Bardstown rolls past Spencer County 38-0. Logan County Cougars beat up on Butler County tonight 57-0. DeSales, here's your one. DeSales stuns St. X tonight. What DeSales is Class 2 or 3A?
2A, I believe. They're not 3A.
But they
2A.
beat one of the big bad boys. It was their first victory over St. X since 1986.
Wow.
So on the same night, St. X and Trinity both lose on the first night of the season. That might be something to look up. When's the last time that happened? We've got a Marshall down on this side of the field. Or is that the guy that walked over here and he went down again? Pineville beat Leslie County 50-12. Henry County over Oldham County. Or vice versa, Oldham over Henry 37-0. Floyd Central over Harlan 44-6. Not seeing a lot of our Western Kentucky scores come in just yet. And again, we are stopped here with 15 seconds to go in the third in what has been an eternally long quarter.
The close game down at Rossview has turned into now a blowout. Clarksville High just scored 2 quick touchdowns. They now lead 35-17 over Rossview.
Our score is 27-12. Marshall County just scored after a long drive to make it a 2-score ball game. And we have had just several stoppages for cramps. And actually, Marshall County had a guy down on each side. A lineman gets up coming across the field, and one of their DBs was down on this side. McLean County whipping up on Ohio County 30-6. I will say they have an outstanding defensive end there who's playing his senior season at McLean County. Get that plug in now. We may get to play the end of the quarter here in a minute.
I'm about to call this the cramp game.
In high school volleyball, UHA beats Muhlenberg 25-20, 25-15. That is at the Apollo SummerSlam. Third down, 10 for the Falcons. Man coming in motion. Matt Middleton looking to pass, throws it out quickly, got his man in stride, spinning, trying to make tackle is Nathan Lake. He's pushing forward, and he's about 2 yards shy. He got to the 36, and that's how the quarter will end. After 3, Marshall County up 27-12. Falcon football, WHPO, WHPOradio.com. Back after this 60-second timeout.
8 on the play at the end of the third quarter.
Back in Marshall County as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, 27-12. Donnie, do they go for it?
I think they do. They're down 2 scores. You can't afford to punt this ball away and have Marshall County just run a bunch of plays and waste half this clock. I think you've got to go 4th and 2. Got to do a little short pass or something.
I don't see a punter coming out here.
Yeah, I think you got to go for it.
It is Matthew Middleton who's out there. Falcons face 4th and 2 at their own 36-yard line. First play of the fourth quarter, it is a biggie. Middleton. And now we got a whistle.
I was going to say, I hope it's not a penalty.
Marshall have to take a timeout?
Yeah, I think they took a timeout.
So Marshall County takes a timeout coming out of the quarter. We're 27-12. Big play coming up for the Falcons. Falcon football, WHVO, WHVOradio.com. We come back after this 30-second timeout. Back in Marshall County, the Marshals, I think, wanted to make sure they're set for this, what could be the biggest play of the game right now.
I think they wanted to see our formation, what we were going to do, and then take a timeout and try.
Falcons do not change their minds about going for it here. They do change the formation because now they got wideouts wide each way.
We haven't seen that tonight.
4th down, 2. Trips end up to the right side. One man by himself, left side. They bring that man in motion. Now another man in motion. Averhart goes in motion to the left side, takes it, cuts it up in a hurry. 4th and 2. He's got to get rid of it. Just throws it out. Got his man at the 30, 35, fighting near the 40. First down.
Is that a lineman that caught that?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an illegal pass. Yep.
I thought it was a lineman. That was a good catch.
You know, at that point, you're going down. You just might as well try it. An eligible receiver, I'm sure, will be the call. Yep. Now, is that a loss of down? See, if it's not loss of down, that's not a bad choice, period.
And you can't decline it because he got a first down.
Yeah, you can't decline it. It's a first down. So you got to push it back.
You know what? He was a hard runner there, boy. He took that ball and got upfield.
Is it a loss of down?
I think it's supposed to be a loss of down.
Ineligible receiver downfield for Fort Campbell.
No, actually, they're going to punt it now.
Wow. It's a loss of down.
No, it's loss of down. Okay. It took a minute. But, I mean, you really had to gamble there anyway. So Marshall County with a chance to put the nail in right here.
It's supposed to, yeah, Marshall's ball. It ain't no punt, yeah. And they need to move the first down marker. They haven't moved the change yet.
Yeah, they still got 4th down.
Yeah, they got to move them down.
Yeah, the official's saying we got to go this way, boys. Open tonight for everybody.
First down, Marshall.
So first down, Marshall County at about the 28-yard line. Stokes leaves it off to a new back in there, number 20. And that is Cody Sorrells. Averhart slow getting up again. He has worked hard tonight. He's got, what, 1 sack at least? If not 2.
Yeah, I think
a couple tackles for loss. Gain of about 5 on the carry for Sorrells.
And there's a timeout, but I didn't see if...
It's Averhart again.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
Averhart is cramping up again. And we got a Marshall down, too. And poor guy from Marshall County, they're working on both legs.
Yeah, they got them both in the air.
Yeah, Averhart, they're trying to get off the field. The guy from Marshall County, they were stretching both legs. Let's see if we got any more scores while we're dealing with the cramp parade again. And I think we're finally about to get situated again. Pikeville beats Holy Cross tonight 46-0. Meade County and Simon Kenton in a slugfest 29-28.
Oh, that's that wing T. They faked it up the middle and went right around the right end.
And the Marshals trying to put this one away now. Drive it down inside the 15 to about, the 12?
Gain 6 on the play. That's good for a first down. Marshals! Ball mark at the Fort Campbell 13-yard line.
Lynn Camp beat Knott County tonight, 54-15. Shelby Valley over Jenkins, 47-6. Henry Clay rolls Tate's Creek, 50-22 tonight. First and 10, Marshals down at the 12-yard line as Marshall County trying to get this one sealed away. Take it, little confusion in the backfield, stacks up, and I think it's Sorrells again. Might have got to the 10, and that's all.
Cody Sorrells on the carry.
Makes you wonder if Wyatt is just one of the cramping ones, as he had been in there most of the night.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Couple of yards there, second and 8.
For the Marshals with the ball mark at the Fort Campbell 10-yard line.
Marshall down to the Fort Campbell 10. Clock at 10:25 to go. A score here pretty much seals this one. Stokes under center. Takes it, leaves on a little counter up inside, and breaking a tackle, going down close. Touchdown, Marshall County.
Austin Riley.
Number 7, Austin Riley, fought his way for 10 yards. And I think the Tiger defense now, or a Falcon defense, Donnie, getting just a little tired.
A little tired.
33-12 now with 10-11 to go.
On to get the extra point, number 12, Austin Stockdale.
And the extra point coming up. Stockdale to attempt the kick. Line drives it up and good. 10-11 to go in the game. Marshall now is pulled out 34-12. Falcon football, WHVO, WHVOradio.com. We come back after this 30-second break.
Brought to you by Thunder in the Sky, Pyrotechnics. Sponsored by CFSB.
Back in Marshall County, high-scoring affair going in the second game of the night tonight at the Stadium of Champions. After the first quarter, South Warren leads Hoptown 21-10. They are going to be there late tonight. Taylor County beat Hart County 56-0 tonight. Greenup over Lewis 46-7. Some of the other scores coming in across the Commonwealth tonight.
They're kicking off on the wrong side. They need to get on this side.
Yeah. Nobody caught it until one of the coaches says, we're going the wrong way.
They heard me say it.
The officials were just going to let it go. Yeah, the Marshals were not. They were going to kick off the other way, which they were going last time. Next week, we are on post for the home opener. The Russellville Panthers will come to post.
And they are playing right now in a late game at Glasgow,
where we will be in 2 weeks. So the
two opponents.
The next two opponents are playing in that game.
And hopefully it doesn't happen like last year. Remember, we had it canceled. We had to go on a
Saturday to Glasgow,
rain, yeah.
Marshall kicks this one, line drive down the field. Picked up at about the 10-yard line, going left to the 15, 20, back to the middle, 25, 30, 35, 40. Got some room near midfield, and the kicker saved it.
He ran into the kicker.
Brought down by Austin Stockdale.
Who was that on the return?
6.
That was
like number 6. Looked like.
6 would be Jordan Edwards. The only guy that had a chance to stop him was the kicker. Exactly 10 minutes to go in this one. Falcons are going to start on the Marshall side of the field. Shotgun from Middleton, back. Looking down the field. Now it's breaking down. He steps up into the middle. Got a man wide open at the 20. Breaks outside. Trying to come back to the middle at the 15. Now down the sideline 10. Spins down to the 8-yard line. Middleton stepped up through the pressure. And it's Jordan Edwards. And it goes for a big gain down to the Marshall County 8. He has been good a couple of times when he has stepped through the pocket, stepped through the rush.
38-yard gain on the play, 1st and goal for Fort Campbell.
What'd you get, 38?
The Marshall County 8-yard line.
Let's see, they've got it on the 8, so 39. Yeah, they were on the 47. Yep.
1st and goal for the Falcons. Middleton under center this time. Snot goes down to the ground, ball's loose. And I think he got back on it. Now the good news is that is the first time we've had a snap issue all night. Mm-hmm. If you can remember past years, early on, shotgun was a nightmare. Quarterbacks were,
at the 8-yard line.
Quarterbacks were just trying to run for their lives back there. Second down and goal. Right back about the 8. Middleton back under center again. He takes it, goes back, leaves it off to his back, fighting down to the 5-yard line. And the ball can't cause ground can't cause the fumble there.
I think the running back thought that was the goal line. He stretched it out.
Yeah, he lost track of where he was on the field.
Yeah.
That was number 21, Nathaniel Massey.
From the 5-yard line.
Down to the 5. It's 2 pops at this one here now. 8:24 to go.
Throw that little quick pass.
And he's back under center. Massey, the ace set. 3 men to the left, 1 man to the right. Middleton takes it, leaves it off, and nothing there for Massey.
Massey on the carry. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And it'll be 4th and goal. Of course, not only now you're also, and we got another cramp. This one's a Marshall. Outside of this game, too, you're trying to play this and develop some things for down the road, too, because ultimately, in terms of playoffs, this game doesn't likely mean much.
No, just a little confidence booster.
Yeah.
If you can get some confidence and get a score here and maybe hold them. And
yep, it is officially another cramp. And for those of you who are going, how do you know it's cramp? When the trainer grabs a foot and the toe and starts stretching, it's a cramp.
In the air.
In the legs in the air. It's not a knee or anything else. It's a cramp. It may hurt as bad as just about anything else, but it is a cramp. And I'll say this, it's not, we've seen games where one team apparently wasn't as conditioned or wasn't as hydrated as the other. This is across the board tonight. These cramps are non-discriminatory cramps. Yeah. They don't care if it's a white shirt or an orange shirt, but they are locking these leg muscles up.
The cramp monsters are on the field.
Yeah. Scores, Lynn Camp over Knott County Central, 54-15 tonight. Our Russia scores have slowed down a little bit. Not getting a lot from the western end of the state yet. Wonder if everybody else is having the cramp issue like we are, and it's taking a while to play these games.
And if you're just joining us and you haven't heard about a big comeback, Trigg County tonight, down 20-0 up at Glasgow playing Monroe County, comes back and gets 34 unanswered points and defeats Monroe County 34-20. And you go from that game to the Stadium of Champions, the first game, and you have an 11-6, 11-7 game, Caldwell and Christian County.
Yeah, 11-6.
11-6, 2 safeties in that game for Christian County. And the Marshall County player is now up and very slowly making his way to the sideline. And the Falcons will come out with a 4th and goal from the Marshall County 5-yard line.
See if the Falcons could get another touchdown on the board.
Looks like we're going back to the shotgun. And the clock has started.
4th down. Trips to the left, one man wide to the right. Middleton looking, throws it up, throwing for Nathaniel Lake, knocked around, incomplete. Pretty well covered by Marshall County, and one of the Falcons in the middle of the field saying, "There's nobody by me." So Marshall County holds after the Falcons get down the field. And let's see if Marshall County brings in some new faces here. Nope, Stokes and company back.
Now they're going to work on the clock.
First down, Marshall County at their own 4-yard line.
Wow, we had it at the 5, and now they spotted it at the 4, so they're going to start on the 4.
Take it, pitch back, try to get to the outside, penalty flag, and that's in the area of a hold.
That's going to be half the distance back. That'll take it back to about the 2-yard line. And it's going to be holding.
Marshall County.
So that'll cost them 10, or half the distance.
And the Marshals will be penalized half the distance to the goal from the solid infraction.
Now we got a timeout. Timeout for some reason. Official timeout or what? Oh, he's waiting for the chains to back up. Be 1st and 12 from about the 2 or 3 yard line.
Well, why did the chains move back?
The holding call.
Oh, that's right.
He's waiting for the down marker to back up.
That's right. They did take over at the 4 too. So.
Yeah.
And the clock's back to 12 minutes.
Well, that's the problem, man. The clock is at 12 minutes, so they're waiting to put it back.
Yeah, it was down to, what, 7 something?
Yeah, we were just going under 7, yeah.
If it could delay this game out any further, it's happening now.
6:40.
Clock will be reset at 6 minutes, 47 seconds.
6:47? Well, that doesn't look like 6:47 on the clock.
Somebody will cramp up before then anyway. So
there it is, 6:47. All right.
Clinton County beats Fort Knox tonight. Boy, tough night for the Eagles as Clinton beats them 52-6.
Ooh.
Marshall County 1st and 11. Pitch back into the end zone, trying to get to the outside corner. 10-14, close to a first down. Tackle made by number 38, Keanu
Tackled at the 14
Kaneshiro.
yard line.
Spot him just shy of the first down marker.
And it will be 2nd and 1.
6:20 to go. Marshall County looks to have this one in hand. The Falcons had their chances, came out of the gate in the second half with a chance to take it down the field and tie the game up, but couldn't get the offense going and just have not been able to get off track since then. No, they left it off. I thought they faked the dive. Quarterback gave it off to.
Well, he might. Let's see where they're going to spot
Cody
him.
Charles on the carry.
See, we actually did give it to the dive back. They just bounced him back. He got the first down.
Yep, he got the yard.
He got about 2 inches.
That's good for a first down. Marshall.
Hopkins Central halfway through the fourth quarter, leading Webster County 20-6, and the Storm have the ball. That's that game that the loser just has their back against the wall for the rest of the year. Coming out. 5:35 to go. Run the option. Stokes keeps it, cuts it up inside. The big quarterback off and running.
Tyler Stokes on the carry.
Now, here's your thing I don't understand. You've got this put away, 22-point lead, 5 minutes to go, and you're running your quarterback on an option.
Ball marked at the Marshall County 32, and that's good for a first down. Marshall.
I mean, you got a junior 6'5 quarterback, and your next guy up is a 5'11", 130-pound freshman.
Yes.
I don't think I'd be running my quarterback option in a game I've got in tow.
17-yard run there. Yeah, that's a
big gamble
Yeah.
for a season that's got a long way to go. Take it. Counter off to the back coming out this way. The wingman, and he pushes all the way out to about the 46, 47-yard line. And now the wing T just gashing a very tired Fort Campbell defense. Of course, a lot of these guys, not sure how many of these guys on the field have cramped up at some point. We know Averhart has. Averhart's out there, but at least 3 or 4 times he has had to leave the field.
That was a 14-yard gain, so in the last 2 plays, 31 yards on the ground.
Marshall's taking their time now. Play clock down to 10. Down to 4:38 to go. Post-game report coming up. We'll do our Jersey Mike's player of the game. Post-game show being brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Distributors of Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper. 7-Up. Diet 7-Up. Take it. Leave it. Now quarterback keeps it.
Well, he kept it because I think the guy missed the handoff.
Yeah.
He tried to hand it off, and he said, well, I just got to go.
Clock goes down to 4:15. Play clock has not started yet, so they won't have to.
Put him right at midfield.
2nd and about 6. We'll go under 4 minutes before Marshall County snaps it here. Again, next week, Falcons are at home on Post, taking on Russellville. I think Marshall County gets their return match with Madisonville next week. Maroons were battling Owensboro earlier. Handoff in the backfield, confusion. The quarterback trying to pull it back, but his dive back going to go down for a loss.
He said, you can have it. You can get tackled. I'm going to stay over
Stokes is
here.
like, I'll let him tackle you. Clock goes down to 3:30, 34-12 Marshals. It was 20-12 at the half. And the Falcons got the ball to start the second half, but the offense, Donnie, has not been able to. It got a really good rhythm in the second quarter, and it never got it back.
Yeah, they.
Of course, the third quarter was ravaged by cramps and stoppages and
no flow to the game at all.
Down to 3 minutes. 3rd down, about 8. Stokes under center.
Both teams moved on that. Let's see if it'll be offense.
Any, mini, miny, mo, and let's call it offsetting and go. It's going to go against Marshall for the procedure.
False start by Marshall County. Marshall County penalized 5 yards. That brings up 3rd and 12.
3rd down, 12. Clock winds, and we got 2:50 to go. Marshals will open the season 1-0. Falcons will fall to 0-1. Wing T set too wide to the left. Stokes takes it, pitches it, gets away from the back. He's still getting away from him. He's running backwards and all the way back to the 24. He tried to pick it up like a couple of times, never could get his hands on it. That was number 7 for Marshall County, Austin Riley, the senior.
Bad pitch.
And it's 4th down and a bunch.
Loss on the play. 4th and 31.
4th and 31, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Loss of 19 on that one.
Time the Marshals punt this away will be under 2 minutes to go.
Austin Riley back in punt formation for the Marshals.
Punt out of there. Falcons watch it. Takes it over his shoulder. Crockett does. Drops it. Now he comes up the other side. 35. Trying to get to the outside. 40. And brought down at about the 43-yard line.
Riley's punt returned by Elijah Crockett.
11-yard return by Crockett.
With a return of 8 yards, Fort Campbell takes over first.
It's a 44-yard punt, 11-yard return, and the Falcons will take over on their own 43-yard line. Fort Campbell gets it with 1:38 left in the ball game, trailing 34-12. And now it looks like we're going to have a timeout by Fort Campbell.
And we have 1:38 to go in the game. 34-12, Marshall County up. Falcon football, WHVO 96.5 and WHVOradio.com. Back after this 30-second timeout. Back at Marshall County, we'll go ahead and tell you our Jersey Mike's player of the game tonight, brought to you by Jersey Mike's, and where they bake their bread fresh daily, use top quality premium meats and cheeses, something tasty, something good. Jersey Mike's, it'll be number 13. Nathan Lake, our player of the game tonight, has a touchdown. And you had said he had how many catches?
He's close to 10 catches. I haven't got the official word, but he's close.
Take it, trying to leave it off, get to the outside, nothing there, and nope. Thought we might have had another cramp.
Who carried that ball? Numbers are kind of the same going back to the huddle, but I just can't.
Gain of 1.
Somebody gained 1.
Trying to see who it is coming back to the huddle.
Yeah, he's not very big, but
is it 18?
He got about a yard.
It's not Ethan Tomlin, 28,
no,
because Ethan's a little bit bigger than that. We're inside a minute to go. Again, our Jersey Mike's player of the game tonight will be Nathan.
It's whoever's in the tailback.
Nathan Lake.
Whoever's beside the quarterback.
Low snap. Middleton flares it out. Got his man. And gets to about the 48, 49. That could be. Let's see what we got here. If they're going to get a chance to run another play or not.
Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 4.
They will not have to, as we went to 24. Play clock has not been started. 34-12, Marshall County up. It was 20-12 at the break. Falcon offense could never quite get its footing back in the second half. Down to 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Let's see if the Falcons will try to get one more play off. 4, 3, and Middleton rolling, looking to throw downfield, looking, pressure coming. He unloads it long down the field for Lake. Caught it, but nope, out of bounds anyway. And that will be the ball game. Fort Campbell falls in the season opener to Marshall County. Final score of 34-12. The Dr. Pepper post-game report. It'll be coming up next. Falcon football, WHVO, WHVOradio.com. We come back after this 3-minute timeout. Welcome back to Marshall County, and welcome to the postgame report brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, your distributor for Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, Diet 7-Up, Ski, New Grape, and Mike Sales Potato Chips, and the drink of the Falcon Sports Crew. Donnie with a Dr. Pepper. I have a Diet Dr. Pepper tonight, and we are set up and rolling. And again, the postgame report brought to you tonight by Dr. Pepper. The Falcons were right in it at halftime, trailing only 20-12, and got the ball back to start the second half of play. Could not get anything going that possession or really anything after that. And Marshall County able to get a couple of scores in the second half to put it away and pick up the win 34-12. Marshall opens the season 1-0. Falcons drop to 0-1. Marshall gets a little bit of revenge for losing the season opener last year to Fort Campbell. That game ended up by a final score of 18-12. We'll look at the game. We'll talk to our Jersey Mike's player of the game tonight, Nathan Lake, and hopefully get a chance to talk to Falcon head coach Josh Robbins. All that more on the Dr. Pepper post-game report. We will continue on Falcon football, WHVO, WHVOradio.com, back after this 3-minute timeout. Back at Marshall County as the Fort Campbell Falcons fall in their season opener night to the Marshall County Marshals, score 34-12. Again, coming out of the halftime break, it was 20-12. Falcons down by one score, and they got the ball, but never could get over the hump there in the second half as Marshall County then able to get a couple of scores to seal it away. But the final score of 34-12. Matt Middleton, typical first game for a guy in his new team, had his moments, had a couple of moments where he struggled a little bit. Ended up with 2 touchdown passes. He threw 1 pick, but it's a pretty solid effort. Nathaniel Lake, a big night tonight. He is our Jersey Mike's player of the game. We'll hopefully get a chance to talk to him here in a minute. Also some big moments. You had big kickoff return by DeAndre Spence. Showed some flashes tonight. Part of the problem for the Falcons, though, was they could not get any kind of ground game going. And it was sort of reverse, Donnie, of what we had last year. Last year, no passing game. Nobody played honest on that. Tonight, the Falcons got to where the running game wasn't a threat, and they've got to find somebody who, when teams start dropping off, can make them pay.
Yeah, the running game, we really didn't have a running game tonight, as you'll see in the final stats when I go through them. The passing, it was a lot of passing, and it's like total opposite of last year. So we're going to have to get somebody in there, even if it's running back by committee, and get some yards to push that defense down the field.
Big story of the night in the second half was Marshall County was the team that survived the cramps, I guess, a little bit the best. Both teams dealing with a lot of cramps here tonight. And the second half took a whole long time to play with those cramps being an issue. 34-12 is our final score. We'll wait, hopefully get a chance. Nathan Lake and Coach Josh Robbins coming up here in a little bit. Falcon Football, WHBO, WHBORadio.com. We come back after this 3-minute timeout.
They never threw a pass.
Back at Marshall County, our final score tonight is the Marshall County Marshals winning it by the score 34-12. 5 touchdowns for the Marshals tonight, 2 touchdowns for the Falcons. Both the Falcons came through the air in this ball game as Matt Middleton threw 2 touchdown passes in his first game out. Falcons very nearly had a touchdown on special teams as they got a big 82-yard return tonight from DeAndre Spence, who showed a lot of speed getting down the sideline. Falcons did come up with 2 turnovers on defense. They had a pick and they had a fumble recovery, but just really in the second half, the story was they could not get anything offensively going to overcome Marshall's defense, and Marshall did just enough offensively to chew up clock and get 2 more scores on the board. 34-12 is the final. Donnie, you getting close to getting your numbers? While we wait
one
for
more stat to do, and I'll be ready.
All right, we'll give Donnie a chance to do that. Hoping Nathan Lake gets up here and Coach Josh Robbins for our post-game interviews. Nathan Lake is our Jersey Mike's Player of the Game. Again, brought to you by Jersey Mike's. They got locations Fort Campbell Boulevard, Hopkinsville, Madison Street, and Governor Square Mall, opposite Governor Square Mall in Clarksville. You got numbers?
Yeah, I'll give you a few numbers
Take
here.
them away there, big boy.
All righty, Fort Campbell on the night, 19 rushing attempts for only 26 yards. So the rushing attack, we got to do a little bit better on the rushing game. Passing, we were 20 of 32 with 1 interception for 173 yards, had 2 touchdown passes, giving the Falcons a total of 199 yards of total offense on the night. Marshall County, on the other hand, 46 rushing plays for 308 yards. They only passed the ball 4 times, completed 2, had 1 interception, 68 yards passing. One of them was a big touchdown, and that gave them a total of 376 yards of total offense on the night. Individual stats, Middleton had all the passing, 20 out of 32, like I said, for 173, 2 touchdown passes, had 1 interception. Nathan Lake, your player of the game, he's on his way up here now, finished the game 8 catches for 70 yards. And a touchdown, yes. So that's a few of the stats as I'm going to move to the side and let you see Coach Robbins and your player of the game.
All right, we'll talk to the coach and our player of the game tonight. We'll do that coming up. Falcon Football, WHBO, WHBOradio.com. We come back after this 60-second timeout. Back at Marshall County High School as the Falcons drop their season opener tonight to the Marshall County Marshals by the score of 34-12. With us now is our Jersey Mike's player of the game tonight, Nathan Lake. First of all, Nathan, tough loss tonight, but a great effort for you. Talk about what you were looking to get done personally on the field tonight.
Obviously, we had a lot of injuries, and I don't start defense personally, but once they went down, I had to step up more on the defensive side of the ball. Offensive, yes, I've performed, but still. Defense that's what wins games. I need to step up more on that side.
Offensively tonight, you had 8 catches. You had the touchdown. Talk about the touchdown play because that's one where it looked like the play was in trouble, and somehow Matt found you back in the corner of the end zone.
Yes, sir. I had a go route. The corner came up, and Matt was getting pressure, and I just threw my hand up, and I don't know, I guess a friendship kind of thing. He just threw it up, and I jumped and was lucky enough to come down with it.
Now, you guys were right in the thick of this at halftime, down 20-12, getting the ball to start the second half. What was the coaching staff telling you at halftime about what you guys needed to get done?
We just got to have heart. We come from a small school. We don't have a lot of players. It's now or never. It's a lot of our seniors is last year. That's a big deal. But, it's now or never. Heart.
A lot of guys cramping up tonight.
Yes, sir.
Was it humidity? What was the deal? And it wasn't just you guys. It was guys on both sidelines.
Yes, sir. First game of the season, not get good drinking water during school. That's very important. I know personally I didn't. I was cramping up. But I think that's going to change on both sides.
From your standpoint as a player, what do you guys need to work on before Russellville next week?
Russellville, we just got to go harder in practice. Prepare, study very hard, on our own time and during practice. And during practice, just give it our all.
Well, Nathan, tough loss tonight. Great effort for your part. Congratulations to being our Jersey Mike's player of the game, and look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
Nathan Lake, our Jersey Mike's player of the game. We'll talk to Josh Robbins coming up. We'll do that after this. This is WHBO, WHBOradio.com. We're back after this 60-second timeout.
Thank you.
Back in Marshall County High School, where the Falcons fall in the season opener tonight to the Marshals by the score of 34-12. With us now is Falcon head coach Josh Robbins, and you guys were right in the thick of it at halftime. Got the ball to start the second half, and it appeared like we couldn't quite get over the hump there in the second half.
Yeah, a lot of things were happening. We had some guys going down and some young guys going in, but it all comes down to execution and being prepared. And I don't think we prepared very well, and that's what I said to the guys too. You could see it during practice this week that they didn't prepare well enough.
Let's talk first of all. Matt Middleton came out. I thought in the second quarter he might have had some struggles early, got in a rhythm in the second quarter, but couldn't quite get back in that rhythm in the second half. Yeah,
I mean it comes down to a protection thing, and when you only have one returning starter and all those other guys, they're first-year starters, the little bitty things that they haven't seen yet come into play. Like they were blitzing inside, but we were still staying on the outside guys. So we just got to go back and watch the film and teach those guys.
Yeah. A couple of plays I want to get you to comment on. The touchdown pass where the pocket started caving around him. He stepped up through it, got Nathan in the end zone, and then he had another one almost the same way. He stepped through the middle and found the long pass down the middle. Yep. What enables him to find that and do that?
I mean, he's just a smart kid, and that was one of the biggest things that we talked to him about, that he needs to get better at stepping in the pocket, because when he first got with us, he would just hang out back there, and it's been a big thing that we've been practicing over the last several weeks, and he's getting better at it. But we need to protect him better.
Yeah. You had one big special play for you, one against you. The big one for you was Spence's big run, which he nearly took all the way back.
Yeah. I think our kick return is pretty good. The way that we scheme it up, we usually get some good returns every year. But on the other side, we can't allow those little. I mean, it's the little bitty details that we did not do right tonight that killed us in the end. The guys not taking it as serious, because we saw it at West Creek a couple of weeks ago, and we played well against it. But we got complacent, and that's our biggest issue, is complacency, and that's what happened to us last year as well.
It looked like your defense. You came out of the gate, got the 3 and out, and then the punt rolled up. The back, the lack of communication of somebody telling him, "Hey, here comes the ball."
Yeah, I mean, we were screaming, Peter. He ran the wrong way. We teach it to go to the sideline closest to you, and he just ran the wrong way. It happens. It's a learning experience for Tyler, and I know he's going to grow from it.
Donnie and I were talking a little bit here during the late game tonight. It's a little bit reverse last year. Last year was trying to get a passing game so they'd play your running game on us. Tonight it became the fact you were trying to find somebody that could pop one somewhere on the ground so that they would have to step up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 2 guys that are really good. Massey, who's our backup right now, he's only a sophomore, and we just got him, and this is his first year ever playing running back. So there's some little things that he needs to get better at. He has really good vision, but DeAndre, he didn't play last year, but his vision is good, but the problem is he doesn't hit the tight hole and thing. It's something we've been working on for the last couple of weeks, and we just got to get better at it.
The Panthers coming into post next week, home opener. What are some things you've got to get these guys focused on between now and next Friday?
Just preparing. That's the big thing that we talked about after the game. Going into the week in practice, we could tell that we were overconfident because we beat these guys last year. We preach hustle, show courage, know your assignment, care about winning, and loyalty. I think we hustled tonight. I don't think we showed courage, because there was times when we were down that we let them get to us. We definitely did not know our assignment. Care about winning. We can care about winning all we want on Friday, but during the week, it didn't seem like we cared about winning. And then loyalty. So 1.5 out of 5 doesn't win you ball games.
Josh, tough loss tonight, but look forward to being back with you on post next week for the home opener.
Alrighty, thank you.
Falcon head coach Josh Robbins. We're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap things up here. Donnie Caver on color tonight. Thanks to Donnie. Our crew back in the studio tonight, Mr. Bill Booth and Mr. Jacob, and breaking him in as Kyle is out doing other things now on Friday nights. But thanks to the guys back in studio, and again, thanks to Donnie on color. Again, our final score tonight, 34-12. The Falcons drop the season opener here at Marshall County. We'll see you next Friday night on post. This has been Falcon Football, WHPO, WHPOradio.com.